All right. I take it we are all good and ready.
Yes, sir.
Well, I will give. I'll ping the real quick. Um, should we start without you? All right, we'll give Mr. Kutch 2 minutes. Generous, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you shouldn't have said can we? You should have said we are going to. It
You know,
have,
actually, that's actually true. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
might have lit the fire a little bit.
Should just start. So we're gonna. Okay. All right. In our last session, y'all motherfuckers, having just finished off that battle with more or less an entire pack of mercenaries, the Jagantoth occupational force that had taken over the Trebane mansion, you sent them running. Well, I should say you didn't really send them running because you didn't really leave that many survivors. You kind of slaughtered them to a man. There might have been one or two strays that got away, but you cleared the mansion, impressing Antoinette Trebane with your display of sheer fucking violence. And although she and you know you are facing a thoroughly stacked battle against you, yourself, her forces, and more or less just that against the full weight of the Jagantoths, the Mardoons, the Empire, should they come, the Crane Dynasty, possibly, and God knows what else. Nonetheless, you have engaged in war. You took the night to rest, Antoinette taking up the guard of the mansion using her force of automatons, suffering some casualties in the night, and when you woke in the morning, she told you, allies. You need allies, and more than that, you're probably going to need cash, weapons, and manpower as well, if you're going to fight this war. So, you set out to do just that. She gave you a few leads, a few groups of Trebane holdouts, one led by a Sir Lionel,
Hello.
one led by a hello, Mr. Kutch. One led by a woman named
Early?
Sylvia. We have already begun. Yes.
Yeah, I know, but you don't really start this early.
No, we do not. But well,
It's a
it's a
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, we had
I
to make
get
special
shit
plans
tomorrow.
for today. But in any case, you began the process of recruiting some allies, starting with a few Trebane holdouts, some various forces of the crime family that were scattered after the initial attack, either running away or being lucky enough to not be in the mansion when the Jagantoths came down. You started with a man named Lionel, who you found in the sewers. He had quite a cozy little operation going. Sicking his various flesh-crafted horrors, you dealt with one, a massive tide of acidic slime, and essentially looting the remains of everyone they killed and selling it on for profit. He seemed quite content to continue on with that little operation, but you managed to convince him that perhaps it would not last, that he would need to make a stand against the armies coming down or die. So he's agreed to cast his lot in with you. And here you stand now in the sewers. Lionel and his group is packing up their equipment, getting ready to make their way to the manor. You have two more leads left to pursue that you know of. One Sylvia and one Drira. Sylvia, another Trebane holdout, a leader who is supposedly held up in the woods south of Shady Creek Run, and Drira, a quote-unquote informant for the Trebanes, working with the Jagantoths under the pretenses of getting information, but Antoinette warned you that maybe she's a little more treacherous than that. You also set out feelers for making contact with an informant named Eleanor. Antoinette is in the process of seeking out her whereabouts as we speak. What would you like to do?
We started heading off towards Sylvia, didn't we?
I believe so, but more or less you've just emerged from the sewers and are on the streets now. A few people are looking your way as you climb out of this, not a manhole, but like this little tunnel, side access, and you're covered in shit. It was not a clean move through. It smells quite bad.
So we've just come out of the sewers, or we're still in it, sorry.
You've just come out.
Okay. How busy does it look around here?
Yeah, because did we come out of the sewers the same location that we initially entered into?
Yeah,
that
so...
was quite a quiet part of town, wasn't it? Or did we move from that?
No, it's not too busy. Currently, it's also not too, like, late in the day. I believe you guys set out in the morning. and then it only took you about an hour or so to track down some odds and ends and get information from the internet. So you're looking at maybe 9:30, 9:45 in the morning. Not exactly peak hours for Shady Creek Run. There is about 3 people on the streets right now. 2, like, it looks like a couple just walking down the street with daggers at their sides, and 1 other guy on the other side of the street, and they're all looking at you as you emerge onto this side street on the sort of pushing towards the outskirts of the run.
I guess we get moving then.
I guess so.
Akron?
Towards Sylvia.
Sylvia, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Making your way down southwards, pushing through the quiet streets of Shady Creek Run. What is all y'all's passive perception?
17.
17. Strom?
18.
18. Okay, let me check something real quick. Okay, plus 12. Wow. Okay, none of you noticed anything. Moving through, it doesn't take too long from where you are. Antoinette, in the same message that she gave you information on Lionel's whereabouts, told you that Sylvia is currently holed up in the woods, seemingly of setting up some sort of camp a fair distance away from civilization. You're looking at maybe a 2-hour trek to get there, but you don't expect any difficulty or opposition if you were to set out. More or less, this is just me asking if you want to confirm that that's what you want to do.
Yeah, it might keep us out of trouble for a little bit if we leave the town for a couple of hours.
Fair enough. Yeah, things are kicked up in pretty high gear behind you. You know the gangs are all striving to recruit as many people as they can, as many independents, swaying power left, right, and center, and your faces are more or less pretty well known in these parts. Even Akron, the longer you associate with the party, the more likely your distinctive tiefling face is to start getting recognized. But you make your way. 2 hours southward. The weather today is pretty clear skies. You're pushing well into autumn now, verging toward winter. So the air is a little crisp and cold. It is very much like a Nordic kind of day. Not a cloud in the sky. Morris, you're completely unaffected by the cold. You're perfectly fine.
Yep.
Some of you may have to bundle up a little bit. But entering the woods, south of Shady Creek Run, it's not at all like the Savalier Wood, that twisted, corrupted forest that a lot of you have some pretty intimate experience with. It's actually quite, well, normal. It's a weird thing to say about a forest. You don't really think about forest as being normal or what have you, but this one is. Tall pine trees, mostly like northern firs and spruces and such. Fair amount of foliage, but just before you start to enter and basically have to get off the beaten track, you look behind you and you see a familiar to you figure, a gnome. He has by his side another gnome who is slightly taller and much more muscular, with a big bushy red beard. Mr. Mishing Fingers, you have finished your task. You've managed to get in touch with your boys, your gang, the Mishfits, and you have them, for the not with you, for the not with you, but you have employed their services, and for the time being, you've bid them toward the mansion. And now you just caught up with the rest of the party, doing a little gnomish jog from behind, little arms pumping in order to keep up. Your short legs aren't usually very good at keeping up with the tall folks.
Okay.
Do we see him?
You do. He's running his way toward you.
Did you... Mish!
He's returned, it seems, and he's brought a friend.
Have I brought a friend?
You have bought a friend.
Dish guys.
Disguised. Yep. He is a very burly looking gnome.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
That guy, yeah.
Alright, mate. How have you been keeping?
Oh, you know. Sneaking through the town. trying to recruit allies for the war. Did you manage to get your gang?
Oh, some of the roughest, toughest, tumbliest fighters I've got here. Here is my right-hand man, disguised by most trusted friend and advisor.
Ah, yes, I am very much a gnome.
Is he a gnome?
Is he disguised?
Make an insight check, both of you.
So 17.
Yeah, Akron, he's definitely a gnome. This is a dwarf disguised as a gnome. You
Okay.
picked up on that, Marsh.
Okay. Sure. Gnome, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
can you tell by the hat?
Yeah,
He
sure.
has a very tall gnomish hat, similar to like a big bright red hat.
Sure,
Most of the Misfits wear them.
I'm gonna disguise self into a dwarf about the same size if I can. Be like,
He sees this happen. He is not very intelligent. Oh no, he does recognize it as a spell. Ah, a nice trick. You look very authentic, but I can see right through you because you did it right in front of me.
yeah. I feel the same way. Anyway,
Okay.
should we continue onwards?
Oh yes, my boys are itching for a scrap.
We should send them to the manor, shouldn't we?
Oh, they're already en route. That's where you would have directed them, Mish. Currently, only Disguised is with you.
Okay.
The rest have made their way on to Antoinette to join forces there. But you have your allies in tow now, and you make your way, continuing through the forest. You begin to notice, well, actually, who's leading this sort of expedition? Who's taking the spearhead?
Zale by about 40 feet.
No.
That's a good idea.
I imagine either
That would be
me
great.
or Strom.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go. I don't mind.
Okay, Strom, why don't you go ahead and make a nature check for me?
Fuck.
17. You're not much of a woodsman, Strom, but you've been all around, and you've been necessarily exposed to a lot of different experiences in your time. And you begin to notice various clues about the flora and the underbrush here. For one, all of the plants in the immediate area have been systematically foraged. They've been pruned, cut, and sort of harvested of all edible and useful materials that you've noticed. It's very much like a lived-in forest, but covertly done so. It's meant not to draw attention, and sort of using that, you manage to hone in on a hidden trail some distance through the underbrush that you think has been relatively recently traveled through by a decent-sized group, 15, 16 or so. And you know you're in that area where Sylvia and her gang were said to operate. You sense you're getting close. I need you to make a perception check for me at advantage because of that success.
Okay. What the fuck? That's just in the skills column. Press the one in the skills column for a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. It should be right under your nature. 21, go ahead and roll again. Oh, 21. Wow, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, you're pretty confident you're being watched. But not by human eyes. Peering around, looking through, you begin to see, sort of hanging up from the trees, these little glass orbs that are very transparent and sort of buffed down so as not to reflect too much light, but you see them. They are scrying devices employed by the Tremaine family. You're quite familiar with them, and they have eyes on you, or at least they will. You sort of locking onto the underbrush and the trail and keeping very sharp eyes, you begin to sense out sort of like the radius of their detection, and you're on the outside edge. Step any closer and they will see you.
Okay. disseminate this information to the rest of the group quietly. Let them know we're coming up on a group of up to 16 people and that we're potentially being watched. Should we get close to these scrying eyes?
What's the radius on them?
Strom, you would know that they sort of, it's sort of like just a visual thing. Right now, it's less of like an active like radius set in numbers and more like you're just out of their line of sight and away from the closest one that they can't see you. But sort of stepping around the curve of this trail or stepping out of cover from where you are or stepping too close and they will spot you. You might be able to make out sort of, give me just a sec. You might be able to make out sort of like, there might be like a route you could take, like a certain ducking from cover to cover kind of thing. I mean, sure, Mr. Coach, you can have a perception check, but I mean, you don't need to. You could have just heard it, but.
Or like none of it was very quiet.
I guess so. I guess so. Go ahead and make a perception.
Barely
check.
audible.
Barely audible. Sure. Yep. Make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Mm,
Been a while.
sure.
How far away are these scrying cameras from us?
From Strom, who's leading the group, he sees the closest one about 100 feet away.
Okay.
8. No, miss, you did not hear it.
Okay. I would carry on then.
Okay. Pushing up from the rear of the group, Mission Fingers starts to stumble blithely forward.
We'll stop him. So there's people watching. Scrying eyes around the corner. Just wait a minute.
Oh wow! I didn't see them.
Neither did I.
What do you think? Do you think we should try and plot a route through unseen? Or is it better that they expect us and we just walk up?
Yeah, but what's the chances they just attack on sight?
How likely are these people to be hostile to us, Verb?
From what Antoinette told you, Sylvia and her group are kind of wild cards. Whereas Lionel was hanging around Shady Creek Run, he was sort of feeding pretty reliable information to Antoinette. Sylvia and her group have sort of gone no contact, as it were. Almost like they're trying to extricate themselves entirely from the family. You don't know.
Okay,
Neither does Antoinette.
Alright,
Maybe
I
it's
think
best to go and
maybe showing them that we're on the way is not the best course of action. We should plot a route around or see if we can maybe block its vision somehow.
Does anyone have anything that can do that? Do I know anything about scrying eyes?
Make an Arcana check.
Did I make one too?
That's a
Sure.
big no.
Yeah. You might be able to take out your eye and put one of those eyes in there, actually. The idea occurs to you, Morrison, and you shake your head. Probably not. 14. So, you would need to see, right now, all you can sort of see from this distance is like a little semi-transparent glass bulb that Strom has pointed out to you. If you got it in your hands, Akron, you might be able to make out more detail about it. You know a decent amount about various scrying devices, but what is this one in particular? Some of them require like active monitoring, as in like someone with a certain spell can look through the eyes as if they were their own eyes, whereas some of them are more like alarm triggers, or if they spot something, they send a magical ping. As it is, you don't know enough to tell which of the kinds of devices this would be.
Okay. You said it's 100 feet away, 120 feet away.
100 feet away from Strom, from you, about 120, 130, yeah.
Okay. Well, if
Stay
I
with-
wanna do something to block the vision, I can't do it this far away. Need to get closer, much closer.
If we get close, there's a chance we'll get spotted.
I say we plot a route
Exactly.
around. Then
Yeah, I'm currently in favour of staying low, using the brush and trying to go around them.
Okay. With your 21 perception, Strom, you're quite confident that you'd be able to pick a course through, but you'd have to be stealthy to be able to stick to it without sort of breaking cover or tripping on anything. You're
Okay,
confident
we
in your own abilities. The big clunking man of metal behind you, probably not so much.
Yeah, we leave Zale behind.
Okay. Zale gives a frowny face emoji.
I'm joking.
I mean, I'm not particularly sneaky either. Akron, Mish is sneaky, isn't he?
Does Mish look sneaky?
He's wearing chainmail.
Oh, okay.
I look at Noodle and I look at Morsh and I just kind of slowly shake my head. Very
What about-
disappointed look.
What about disguised?
Disguised is wearing chainmail as well.
Okay.
His disability, I forgot I wrote that for him.
How far up is the Scrying Eyes?
100 feet from me.
No, not distance. Like
Oh.
up. Are they on a pole? Are they on the ground?
Yes, they're sort of hanging up from branches at the moment, and currently the closest one that Strom can see is maybe 60 feet up.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
What if I take off my chainmail and all my clothes and then cover myself in muck and branches?
You could certainly give it a shot. Yeah, it would take you 10 minutes to remove heavy armor. Well, yeah, it would take 10 minutes. That's the rules. 1 minute for medium. No, 1 minute. Yeah, 10 minutes for heavy, 5 minutes for medium, 1 minute for light. So it would take you 10 minutes, and then mucking yourself up, I would say that would be like a nature check, and if you succeed, you might get advantage on stealth.
Who does that? Could I maybe try to find some sort of route that will circumnavigate all the Scrying Eyes that we can currently see? That will hide the party, effectively getting rid of their disadvantage.
That will circumnavigate all of them.
Which will take into account my feature.
What's your feature? Go ahead and share it,
Observant.
please. Observant. Quick to notice details of your environment. How would this apply exactly?
Well, easily able to basically see things.
Quick to
Okay,
notice
okay.
Quite
details.
observant, like very good detail for surrounding, very,
Oh,
head
you
on
go
a
ahead
swivel kind of thing.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me. And see what you see. 25. Wow, even more than Strom. Yeah, pushing up beside Strom, mindful of the sort of detection radius of these things, their line of sight, you squint your eyes, pick them out, and begin to see them. Once you know what to look for, it's not so hard. Whoever made these things took care to make sure that they wouldn't reflect too much light, but they're made of glass. You can only go so far with that. And sort of paying attention to the way the light plays through the trees and the way it shines on these little glass orbs, especially on a clear day like this, you're relatively confident you've picked out pretty much all of them, at least in this immediate area as far as you can see. As for plotting out a route, the only way you can think to circumnavigate all of them would be to avoid like the area entirely. It would just take you on a long route around this whole... You get the sense that they've set these things up in a radius, sort of like surrounding their center camp. And you wouldn't be able to get into their camp circumnavigating that way. You could avoid the whole region, but it wouldn't get you any closer to them.
Yeah, okay guys, so they've set up some sort of radius. We can't really get in there without being seen unless we're able to block the sight of
Or
all those
if we
cameras.
or if we sneak through.
Yeah, someone who's very
could
stealthy would
try and
probably be
sneak
able to get through.
Unless someone wants to volunteer as a distraction.
Not really. Do we just go in then?
Well, if we want to just walk in, we might need to expect some hostilities.
Or we'll
Unless
do-
they know you, Strom.
I've not had any contact with this group, I don't think.
In general, would any of them know him?
They might know of him. Strom's a very capable sort of operative, sort of like a knife that you use to pare away to do the dirty task that no one else wants. So he has a bit of a reputation. But with that said, Strom is not a very sociable person, not really big on networking, so like personal connections, not really.
Okay.
But they would know of him.
What if we bring a housewarming gift, like a bottle of rum?
You got a bottle of rum on you?
No.
And I guess we can't bring the housewarming gift.
It's a good shout though, Mish. Fuck it, let's just go.
How many of us can be invisible?
I don't, unless we want to kick about for an hour. I'm currently tapped.
Okay.
What if we burn the forest down? They wouldn't see us in the smoke.
They'd probably also be dead.
And they would probably be more likely to
Attack us.
attack us on sight.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always like go halfway, get in view of at least one of them, and set up a campfire and try and draw a few of them out to us.
That's not a bad shout. And we just post up a perimeter and keep
Just
watch.
be calm and
Yeah. Weapons
relax.
away.
What if we let someone get seen by the cameras and then retreat? So they send someone out to look for us, and then we either pounce on them, ambush them, or just see who it is, what they look like.
Would they bother sending someone out if they saw us and then saw us run away?
Maybe if you damage one of their cameras.
Yeah, then that's
The
more
eyes, I
likely
mean.
to incite hostility, though.
Yeah, that might give the wrong message.
I
I
think
mean, we
the
could just try a campfire.
I think the campfire one's
Actually.
probably a good shout. Unless anyone has any major objections.
Not at all.
Zale agrees
Okay.
with all this because I'm playing him at the moment.
Oh yes, I think idea good. Me sleep.
Yes. Zale thinks this is a good
Ms.
idea.
Zora is calling. BRB.
Jeez. Did Zale do Mazora? Probably.
I did.
honestly. Jeez, I did not. That bitch is bad news. Don't stick your dick in crazy, man.
It's fun.
All right. So this campfire plan. Lay out the specifics for me. Are you wanting to push deeper in before you set it up, or are you just wanting to set it up in an area where it might be seen, or?
I'd say we get like 50 foot away from that scrying orb that we can see,
Yeah.
and then
Could
set up a
we- so
campfire there.
Should we try to have it in a clearing so there's more chance the
Yeah.
the smoke will come out and be seen,
Yeah.
and then also have it in like limited kind of entryways, so there'll be more chance we know where they're coming from.
Yeah, if we can
Yeah.
find somewhere they're clearing, so at least like
We've got
you know,
eyes.
less brush, and we can see them coming, and they can see
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
And,
Okay. Yeah. Easy
Oh, do you
enough.
want them to see us? Do you want
well, you know,
them to be able to
just
see us?
so they know that we're not like
In trying to
arms
ambush
are
them.
ready.
Yeah.
ready to go.
Okay. Okay. So you want this to be like friendly? Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
amicable meat.
I'm putting my gun away.
Easy enough. Strom, with your 17 in nature still holding, it doesn't take you too long to find a sort of patch in the forest where the trees give way to a little small, idyllic meadow. Quite nice, quite pleasant. Trees all around you, foliage and brush that people can push through, but what might create some noise, some difficulty. Setting up
Okay.
your campfire is easy enough. It starts to burn.
What I would also
primarily
like to do
away.
is, I would also like to put torches at the entrance. So like 2 in this entrance, 2 this entrance. You know what I mean. 2 in each
Okay, yeah,
entrance,
sure.
basically.
Okay,
Just so we
easy
can
enough.
see if they're coming. They can't hide.
Sure, easy enough.
I think that if we get like a decent sort of circular spread around, just so
Yeah,
semi-decent eyes in most directions.
yeah. You guys can arrange yourselves as you see fit, but that's how
Yeah,
I've got
that's
you
good.
so far. But yeah. You set up your fire. Setting up. I assume like the pretense is like you're making a camp here, or something along
Yeah,
those lines.
yeah. I mean, just sort of sitting out in the open, keeping an eye
Okay.
out, not looking particularly, you know.
What is all y'all's passive perception once more?
18.
21.
17.
19, 21, 17. Okay. Let's do this. Flash roll.
13.
Looking at 14 and a 22. Okay. Okay, yeah, but that's with advantage, so yeah, none of you see anything. But you set up your campfire, and it's a decent bit of waiting. An hour comes by.
Can we
You
short
can take a
rest
short
in
rest
this
if you
time?
all want.
Fuck yes.
I knew
have a
you'd
long
want it,
rest
you
at-
warlock slut.
Oh, God.
Didn't we have a long rest at the?
Yeah, but I used both my spells in those 2 encounters that we had.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Yeah,
last
I'm
session.
down 8 hit points, so it's. You know.
You go ahead and roll a hit dice if you want. That one little nick that someone opened in your back during that little encounter, easy enough to
Are we
close
not
up.
hitting short rest then? No.
You can.
No, you can short rest. Yeah. If any of you would like to, I don't know if Zale even needs to. No, he's at full hit points.
I think he's good, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's used
Okay.
his channel divinity. No, he's good. Yeah. Oh, actually, before we short rest, I'd use my channel divinity to harness divine power and regain a level 1 spell slot.
Oh, you motherfucker! I didn't
And
realize.
then I re-get my channel divinity back from a short rest. But I can
Oh,
only
it's
use
like double warlock power.
I can only use the harness divine power once a day though. Like
Okay.
so I only get 1 level 1 spell slot back a day.
That's still pretty good though. It's a little bit like a scuffed arcane recovery.
Yeah, a little bit. It's half my proficiency level I can get up to, but I don't have any 2nd level spell slots. So
Nice. All right. About an hour goes by, an hour and 10, an hour and 15. There may be discussion amongst you, conversations, or maybe you just waiting in silence for something to happen. And finally, something does. Strom, you're the first to see it, as you are the closest to come, closest to the figure that is coming.
Okay.
A young man with long brown hair pushing through the brush, wearing fine wizard robes, but a little more practical. Sort of rather than like the soft, like velvet and embroidered things that you're used to seeing mages favor. This is more like a leather duster coat, quite rugged, quite practical as he moves through, and he enters into the space, clocking the eyes, clocking the 6 of you here. For the moment, he just seems to be coming in alone.
Is it called Harry?
He is not called Harry, no.
Harry
This
Dresden.
young wizard looks to the group of you and says, quite mildly, I am afraid you all are camping in protected lands. Might I ask your business here?
we've come to speak with Sylvia.
And have a barbecue.
Mish wants a barbecue.
He shoots a glance over at the small gnome. Gives a wry smile. No barbecues, I'm afraid. But speaking of Sylvia, so you're not just here on a whim, then, are you? You came with a purpose.
We were here to get your attention, and it seems it worked.
It seems it did. What did you want to speak with Sylvia about?
About the war that's coming to the run.
I see. Quite a topic. Make a persuasion check.
18?
18. He considers for a moment, silent for a decent while. 3 seconds, 5, 7.
19.
Akron is a little too far
No,
to
I
be
know,
guidance
I
right
know.
now.
I threw it over. He caught it.
Yeah. He blew me
Well,
a
I
kiss.
suppose... suppose it's not my place to refuse you. I can take you to her, but I will have to ask. We cannot have you know the path to our camp. I will ask that you blindfold yourselves while I guide you through. If
Morris,
this is unacceptable to you, you may leave now, and there will be no harm done to you.
Morris pulls off his scarf and goes to tie it around his eyes.
Alright. And he goes to each of you, unless anyone refuses, and pulls out cloths of his own. He has a little satchel that's just full of these sort of little cloths. You get the sense this is a bit of a routine for this camp. And fastens them around each of your eyes, making sure they're tight. He inspects your scarf, Morris. You're no funny business,
No
right?
funny
Just
business.
straight up.
Straight up.
Okay. Yeah, and each of you are blindfolded. Alright.
Would
Come
the
with me.
spellbinder recognize me at all?
Let me make a history check for him.
Verb.
He's not super high up. Give me just a sec while I roll this. 12. It's just in the dark. Okay, well, how do you react to this, Ish? And no, he does not recognize you, Strom.
Okay. I was hoping to get away without being blindfolded as well.
Hmm.
Can I drop to the ground and start having a panic attack?
Is this before or after he applies the blindfold over your eyes?
After?
After. Okay. So he puts the blindfold over your eyes, and immediately you drop to the ground on your knees and start hyperventilating. And Disguised runs over. His blindfold has not been fastened yet, and he says, "Boss, what's wrong?" And he looks up at the mage. "Oh, he's scared of the dark. You can't do that. He can't be blindfolded. He has a terrible phobia." And the mage looks at this display.
I will say this one's too dumb to remember anywhere we're going.
Seconded.
Well, be that as it may, Mish, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I know Morris and Akron were the ones who said it, but you're the one doing it, so.
Can it be an advantage because we're helping?
Sure.
Thank fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. Yes, that's the stuff.
Did it go?
That's pretty good.
17 with -1. Wow. There's a
yeah,
moment of.
Or is
Huh?
that okay? Is that pass?
You. Roll again just in case. We'll see what you get. Who knows?
Yeah, 17.
Okay. Yeah. All right. There is a moment of pity that passes over the face of this young mage. I had a sister who was afraid of the dark in much the same way. And I can see in your eyes that you're not a very bright fellow. I'll take your word for it. Come on, with me. And he leads you all through the woods.
Let's go.
Did I get anyone to take the blindfold off, or am I still just...
No, he let you go without the blindfold. He doesn't want to see you panicking and shit. It's a little bit sad. You all are brought through the woods. Blindfolded as you are, you cannot see the path. Mish, you can. If you would like, you can make an intelligence check to see if you can remember
Yes.
for the future.
Am I close enough to slap him a guidance?
Well, they would have put you in a line and sort of linked a rope from each of your wrists. Roll a d6, and Kutch, you roll a d6 as well. If you guys have, like, numbers that are next to each other, you'll be next to each other in the chain.
Roll 5.
With an 8 intelligence, Mish, no. You are not able to remember. This just looks like woods to you. Just lots and lots of woods.
Okay. Would I be able to leave a trail of breadcrumbs or some other thing like that?
You would have to do it stealthily, and because you disrobed, you wouldn't have disadvantage on this, but if you're spotted, it may be a little unfortunate. Would you like to do that?
Depends who ended up with a half loaf that got thrown at someone at the end of that big fight we had.
Cat.
Yeah, could I just eat food and be really, really messy?
I think it'd be more funny if he just drags his axe along the ground, making like a.
As you are snacking away on your food, the mage looks back on you and says, Can you please not? This now is not the time, alright?"
Oh, can't help it, it's nervous eating.
Make another persuasion check. This time with disadvantage. He's getting a little tired of your shit.
Did he make the stealth check?
No, he's just trying to eat really like messily and drop a bunch of crumbs. So in this case, it's more a matter of can this guy be allowed to do this?
Probably not.
Oh my god!
Put it away right now. And he's scolding you like a fucking cat.
Do what he says, Mish.
Alright.
Christ, you bloody savages. None of you have any sense for decorum.
Gee, what he said about you, Akron?
I'll have you know, I went to the finest schools and had the finest education. Your mind is but an imp to mine.
Tell him.
Now, are you going to lead us away, or are you going to continue complaining like a child?
Tell him.
A petulant child at that.
For all your education, and these are the people you choose to consort with,
They
I
need
think that
me. Look at
reflects
them.
very poorly on you.
Well, look at them. They need someone with my intellect.
Your vast knowledge of the world.
We do.
Did you know that the mitochondriac is the powerhouse of the cell?
This
Did you
guy
know
just looks so
that many-
fed up and done with all of this.
Did you
He
know
looks
that
like he's
many plants.
Morris is actually
What is
laughing as
this?
he's saying this. As he's blindfold being led, just hearing Akron scold this man.
I don't get paid enough to deal with this shit. He just shuts the fuck up and keeps walking. You can keep talking at him. He doesn't give
I'm
any
not-
response.
I just wanted to shut the fuck up.
And you are all eventually led, and you come to a stop, standing in a long line. And Mish, you see the group that lines up all around you. A dozen or so mages. Well, not all mages. Not all of them are wizards, but most of them are. Others just look like fighters, warriors, mercenaries, and the sort. All elves, though. And eventually your blindfolds are removed, and you stand before this group. And at the head of them is a woman. Hard to tell age with elves, but she is a high elf of full blood. Facial features-wise, maybe looks to be in like her mid-30s, which for an elf, you have no fucking idea what that could be. Hundreds of years old, maybe.
Yeah.
Sort of dark, very dark brown hair, close to black, sort of catching a little bit of the light as it comes down, long, coming almost down to her hips. She stands before you all, arms crossed. All right, you wish to speak with me. I'm told that it was a matter of war. What do you propose? Why have you come?
An alliance.
I don't want to put all the tokens down. That's like 16 tokens. That's too much. Unless you guys actually get into a fight, Mr. Akron. But you say this. An alliance, huh? I take it that you are the upstarts that have caused so much mess in Shady Creek Run. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's us.
And she sort of rubs her face in her palm, or drops her face into her palm.
Let me put it this way. Are you worse off now than you were, or better off now than you were?
Is that even a question? We were comfortable before everything happened. I mean, yes, was under Darko's thumb. Yes, that was pretty indignant. I didn't like that very much, but...
Seems like no one did. Seems like we did you all a bit of a favor by taking him out.
But at the same time, we weren't on the run. We weren't being hunted. We had jobs to do. We were making a good amount of money. We are comfortable, yes.
And we're here to fix
I'm not going to lie.
From what I understand about your culture in the Shady Creek, it seems there's no law. It's, the strongest survive. Unfortunately, Darko, from what I understand, and from what I've learnt, decided to throw all he could at these fellows, and died trying. Stupidly. That's his own fault, not theirs. They acted in self-defense.
Now,
they were the strongest, they won.
We're not saying that we're coming after you, but we're saying that the Empire might be coming after you. Or the Jagantoths, or the Mardoons, or the Kryn dynasty for that matter. And we're offering you an opportunity to join the winning side.
The winning side.
We're still
you,
here.
this ragged...
Aren't we?
No.
3 armies? All gone.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I pop my emissary of peace before I say this?
Sure. and Akron runs up and puts a hand on your shoulder too.
That's 5,
Damn,
23.
you've been rolling good with that.
So 22, 20, so 24.
24, that's quite good. Look. Maybe I can wager that you all have a chance. Maybe you're not all going to end up dead and destroyed somehow or other. But if I'm being honest with you, I want no place for Shady Creek Run. We're on our way out. We're not... We've got plans. We've got a long way to go, and we're on the cusp of completing our means. We're leaving this continent altogether. Give me one good reason why I should stay, and don't tell me that it'll be for my good. Don't tell me that it's somehow in my best interest. What do you have to offer me for staying?
Riches? Items? Anything you
May I
find off
ask-
men that you kill?
May I ask, which continent are you trying to sail to?
Perhaps we could help you
We've
secure passage.
Oh, we don't need your help with that, but we are going to the desert continent, as it happens, Marquette.
Ooh.
They have quite a need for mages there in some of the larger cities. Some contacts of mine have come through and offered me a place. And quite frankly, you're offering me the opportunity to loot bodies for coin and items.
I'm offering you
Verb-
access to the
hold on.
Empire's best
Hold on,
equipment.
hold on. Verb, what can I recall about that continent? Like anything?
Marquette, go ahead and make a history check if you'd like.
Would I know anything about it?
Go ahead and make one as well.
Ooh!
31?
30. God fucking damn. Give me just a moment.
Google.
I'm just trying to remember the name of this one particular city.
Drusar?
Drus,
so-
no, Ankarel. That's it.
Ankarel.
Basically, what I would like to do just to like kind of narrow it down is one, I want to know what dangers they face getting to the continent, and I want to know if maybe they're going to be taken advantage of heavily in the continent. Anything I can use to persuade them or lie to them to stay here and help us.
With a 31, a number of ideas come to your mind, but you don't know where they're going specifically. There's certain cities where that sort of thing happens quite often, where these sorts of offers come through and mages are exploited all the time. But you need more details. But you get the sense that with those details in place, you might be able to form an argument. Morish, not nearly as in-depth as Akron, but there might be, likewise, if you press a little further.
May I ask
But
which city in that continent you're going to for this work?
she narrows her eyes.
Magic contact who's given you a chance at a
Quite
new life.
frankly, I don't see how that's any of your business. Why
Well,
do you
I'm
want
just
to
trying
know?
I'm just trying to help you. There are plenty of cities where mages get exploited and become slaves to their masters, collared and bound, where they have no real free will of their own. Trying to help
Perhaps
you
you've been
avoid that.
duped.
How well do you know this contact of yours? Friend of a friend of a friend?
Someone that's just magically come your way?
Make a persuasion check, Akron.
Normal?
Just normal.
I'm going to give myself guidance.
What are the material components, the components of
It's
guidance?
Just touch and
Just
verbal.
touch and verbal. So you have to like say an incantation, right?
I can.
If so, anything with a verbal and somatic component is like a very visible spell that you are casting.
Okay.
As you are going to do this, puts a hand up. Being quite a versed mage yourself, no spells, please. But your persuasion check is unhampered. You just can't get guidance on this. Natural one. Her eyes narrow in eminent suspicion. Looking out for my best interests, huh? Looking out to make sure I'm not exploited? My friends, in the game of manipulation, you need to be a little more subtle than that. No, I don't think anything will come of this. I have my means. I have my own plans. I have no interest in the run.
Fair enough.
Please
What
leave.
about her? Is there anything of her that we know of? Like personal?
You can make another history check. This just doesn't have anything to do with Marquette, so it would be a new roll.
Okay, that's another 31.
God damn. You've been in Shady Creek Run for quite some time, Akron. So you would have gotten the rundown on some of the local elements and the powers that be. Um, give me a sec, but I see your message. um, uh, um, with a 31, Sylvia was always reputed as an ambitious up-and-comer with aims on advancement and gaining power within the run, gaining power within the Trebanes. She had aspirations of ascending to becoming Darko's right-hand woman. All that in the trash now that Darko is dead, of course, now that the power structure is disrupted, which is probably a good chunk of the reason why she seems so hostile to you all. Because even though you were defending yourselves, even though you were sort of caught up in this whirlwind of circumstance, it doesn't change the fact that you completely destroyed the trajectory of her life.
Well, you were on the rise in the family, were you not?
She is still
Morris
very,
perks up
like,
at
deeply
this.
suspicious of you.
Morris perks up at this. On the rise in the fam.
You were
That's what it is.
you were vying for the right-hand position in Darko's
And you're pissed.
contingent.
And you're pissed that we killed him.
What if
She
we
crosses her arms.
What if, hear me out here,
You're a-
this is just a hypothetical, what if we could promise you the lead position
We can't do that.
in the Trebane family?
We can't do that.
The lead position?
Head of the
What,
family.
you want me to take Antoinette's place?
Yeah, she's gonna come work for us.
What's stopping you? As you said yourself, the family's shattered. This is the time where, in history, this is the time where kingdoms and empires were grasped by those vying for their positions through a sundering of sorts.
This is a rather big promise you're making me. How can I trust that you would hold to it? And how would you even be able to secure that for me in the first place?
Well, if you're as powerful as you seem to be and you're on the rise as you were, Antoinette's gonna come work for us after this war's done, and that leaves a power gap. Old Lionel's not gonna fill it in. Have you seen him?
He
He never did have much ambition.
No, he
These
doesn't,
mages
clearly.
of yours were willing to follow you across the ocean to a new continent.
Well, they would be willing to follow you as the head of the family. Working alongside us. Completely autonomous and free from Darko. And we'll put your life right back on track.
Do you understand how Darko gained the power he did with the glyph marks?
No.
I understand he used the glyph marks to influence those around him.
The secrets of their creation and harnessing them were within his spellbook. If I were to take the place of the family, it would not be the Trebane family if I could not wield that power myself.
You don't need
To be frank,
you don't need glyphs to lead.
no, but you do need them to harness the full might of the Trebane bloodline. Do you have his spellbook?
No.
Make a deception check.
That's a dirty 20.
Ooh.
That is a dirty 20. Give me just a moment here.
She incited me. Is this a contested roll?
sure
Ooh, yeah.
Oh! She looks you over, Morish, making eye contact, peering through you uncomfortably for a moment.
Stone-faced.
Well, where was it? He never left. It was always on his person. He would never leave without it.
Maybe he was.
Or you didn't find it when you killed him?
No, maybe he left it somewhere else. Maybe he was more intimidated by us than he let on. Who
Well, he
knows?
was an old man. Maybe he forgot it in the toilet.
She does not laugh at that. Her face is humorless and cold. Alright, I'll hear you out. I'll hear you out. And perhaps, if you hold to your promise, if you can assure me that this power will be mine, and after I've spoken with Antoinette, perhaps we will fight on your side.
By all means. how about we set up a little meeting at the manor?
Yes, that sounds quite amenable to me. Very amenable.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow will do. We'll make our way there.
Excellent. Midday.
Midday. Alright. Would you like a quicker path out of here?
Please.
To be honest, I don't like the thought of you all traipsing through my woods while we're all still making our preparations. Alright.
Sounds good.
She reaches into to her a little satchel at her side and pulls out a wand and points it, and a portal opens up, and through it, through this clear, like mirror-like surface, you see the open road leading into Shady Creek Run. Step through and you'll be gone. Now please be gone. Mishing fingers. While all this is going on, Sylvia is a sort of, for most elves have that sort of like, you know, elven features, very smooth, like an ethereal kind of beauty, and she's decent looking, and Mish, looking at her, you are immediately struck by the aesthetic wonder of her face. And as this discussion is going on, you've been gathering flowers and weaving them into a bouquet. Go ahead and make a, what the fuck would this be? Make a nature check for me. Yeah, make a nature check for me. Let's see how beautiful your bouquet is.
Okay. Come on, 20. That'll do.
An 18.
18.
Wow.
Not bad.
You really should stop wasting your good luck on this stupid nonsense, but it is a beautiful bouquet of wildflowers. Most of what you have to work with out here are pretty hardy, rugged sorts of flowers, but they have their own beauty, and you think this ambitious woman of prowess and intelligence, she'll probably appreciate this ruggedly beautiful bouquet far more than the fancy floral dainty things that they favor in the shops and such. And you step forward with this in hand, and as this portal is open, she looks to you for the first time. What do you say?
My lady, I have never seen a woman of your beauty and stature before in my life. Please take this humble bouquet as a sign of my everlasting devotion to you. And I wish to put forth my name, Mission Fingers, as a potential suitor for your hand in marriage.
Oh no.
Make a charisma check. This isn't gonna go over well regardless, but let's see how badly it goes.
We were so close.
Guys,
You were so
step through the
close.
portal. Guys, step through the portal. Let's just
Well,
let him.
No, I know. This has no bearing. It should have no
Look,
bearing on the meeting.
This happens every so often. He
Damn it.
gets smitten.
It's nearly anything.
It's a 2 in it.
But instead, it was a
A 5.
4. Mishing fingers. Yours is not a face that has seen the good side of life. You are scarred. You have pockmarks. You have clear signs of some sort of eczema. You're not very attractive. And moreover, as you go to speak these words, she looks you over and she sees the lack of intelligence in your eyes. That is quite a nice bouquet, she says stiffly. You may keep it. Goodbye.
Cold.
And she ushers you all. She has her men usher you all to the portal.
Wow.
Do you also?
Mish-
Yeah, we
Mission-
gotta go through the portal.
Yes.
Just fighting back
Get
here.
the fuck out of there.
And then we all take a moment's silence on the other side.
Yeah, for a fallen brother.
Fallen brother, you tried, man. You tried, but she's a stone cold bitch. No room in that heart for romance.
She will be
All right.
mine.
One day, Mish.
Okay.
One day.
One day. You stand here on the open road leading up to Shady Creek Run. Another of the tribes, not tribes, but sort of Chibane holdouts. Contact has been established with them. You're making progress. Feels good. What would you like to do next?
As Antoinette contacted about the location of what's her name?
Yes, sir, she has. In fact, I was just about to get to that. Sort of. You did remind me. I was gonna get to it eventually. It would have been roll a d20 for me. 15. Yeah, it was roughly about 20 minutes. It was actually as you were being blindfolded and led to the camp that the message pinged in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have managed to find Eleanor's location. Go to the landlocked Siren in South Clover.
Okay.
It's a tavern. Quite a seedy one. They all are in the run.
Can
as
I
you know.
reply to this without speaking at the time?
I'm pretty sure you can do it telepathically, yeah.
Oh no, it would have been when we got blindfolded, wouldn't it? Okay, no, don't worry. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I wouldn't have known at the time. It's fine.
Okie doke.
Was just noodle pinged.
Yeah, Morris just been sort of the go-to contact for this, sending only targets one person at a time.
Yoop, yoop.
But yes, you have this information in your head as you stand, and you can see the outskirts of Shady Creek Run in the distance down
What was
the
it
road.
called again? The tavern?
The landlocked Siren.
The landlocked.
Strom, you're actually familiar, unless Morris doesn't mention it, but you would be familiar with this.
I would say, Eleanor is like Antoinette. After we've met with Sylvia, Antoinette contacted me and told me where Eleanor is. Do we know where Drira is?
Drira? No, you haven't been contacted about her exact locations. All you know is that she was around the Sour Nest.
Mingling with the Iron Shepherds.
Okay, yeah.
Trying to cozy up a little bit, perhaps.
That was it, wasn't it?
But as soon as Morris mentions the landlocked Siren, the name pings in your mind instantly, Strom. That is an establishment run by the Utalot family. Very much as sort of like a meeting grounds. They conduct a lot of their business there.
Okay.
Okay. So, we need money. We
do.
need a lot of money, and I know the Mardoons have gem places in town.
What are you leading to?
I'm leading to a quick in-and-out robbery to fetch us some cash.
That sort of thing also fetches heat.
Yeah, well, we've already got as much heat as we can possibly get. And today, if we're gonna do it, if any day we're gonna do it, should be today while all the mercs are gathering at the nest. I can disguise myself and make the two of you invisible and whatnot. Should be or I can go on my own.
Do we take care of business with Eleanor first?
I'd say on the way we look for any establishments. And then if
Okay.
not, we go to her, and then afterwards we'll go and do that.
Maybe case on the way and
Yeah.
hit on the way back?
Yeah, something like that.
How about instead of robbing a place, how about we just take out a loan?
I'm not taking out a loan.
Just take out a loan and don't pay him back. What's he gonna do?
No,
Shady Creek Run.
I'm gonna rob them. If we can take away from the crime families and give to us, drain their resources while improving our own, that's a double win.
No, you don't have to take a loan from the crime family. You can just go to any loan
No,
shop.
I'm not saying about a loan. I'm saying about robbing the Mardoons, so we drain out their cash. Or the Jagantoths. Hey, D.
Away from the table a little bit, how much shit are you in with the Mardunes at the minute?
Oh, lots. We
A
burned
lot,
down
a
the
lot.
biggest.
Okay, so it's not-
A lot.
It's not like this is the thing that will burn the bridge then.
So
Dude,
you know
it's-
how
no, we
in
burned
GTA
that bridge
5
many years ago.
So you know how in GTA 5, when you get to 5 stars, they like send the fucking military at you? We're at like 7 stars.
Okay.
I hope that gives.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, let's hit some gem
Yeah.
places on. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So should we head up towards the landlocked Siren?
Planning a route that passes some of the Mardoons.
If there is any in South
Shepherds, I
Clover, yeah. Does anyone know if there's any in town around this area?
Strom and Akron, you're familiar enough. You both can make history checks if you'd like.
Copy.
Hello, Mr. D.
Hello.
Fucking balls.
10. Balls indeed.
I'm also gonna give myself a thing.
That stroke of brilliance?
No, the guidance.
Guidance. Oh, nice, nice.
22.
Fucking Baldur's Gate 3, man.
Yeah, it's so
I
good,
need
man.
I keep forgetting about guidance in actual D&D, so I need to keep remembering this.
Well, it's a really good spell if you actually remember to use it. One of the
Yes.
best, for sure.
Yeah.
With a 22 total, yeah, you are actually, you have a decent sort of mental landscape mapped out in your head of various places. There aren't so many like jewelry stores as it were, but there are a number of warehouses and such that the Mardoons use as staging points for the moving about of gems and other such valuable materials that they deal in. And you know of one that passes through, or that is in South Clover, that would be sort of, it's a bit of a detour from the route to the landlocked Siren, but not so much of a way off. But with a 22, you also know that the last time one of these locations was robbed, they have drastically upped their security.
Okay, no jewelry stores, but there are warehouses. However, because you guys robbed one of those warehouses, the security has been upped a lot. It's also quite a ways away from the tavern we're going to. Well, not ways, but it's a little bit of a detour.
Okay, Strom.
Yep.
You and I to the warehouse.
Okay.
The rest of you go and meet with Eleanor.
I mean, we could always hit them in the evening. Wait for dark.
We'll see what we can do. I can make us both invisible, and we can scout it out.
I was thinking daytime, because if someone high up is there during the day, we could maybe interrogate and get some other locations.
We'll see what we can find out.
Okay.
Okay. Splitting up, moving off.
Above table, what are we asking Eleanor?
We just need to find information on mercenary companies that haven't been hired yet, who are not really bound to anyone. Any general information on the Mardoons, the Jagantoths, and the Utalots that can help us in the upcoming thing, forces, money, anything like that. If she knows of anything else that can help us, I don't know. Just bring her around. Let Zale intimidate her, maybe.
I'm gonna let Zale take the lead on this one.
Yeah.
Mind you, and just a thought, if security has been upped since your last raid, is just two of us going a bit of a...
I mean, we can scout it out. If it's too much, we leave.
Alright, cool.
We'll go invisible, or I'll disguise myself and take a look around. You're not particularly wanted in these parts, and you can make yourself hidden if you need to.
Well, I operate for a rival family, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more saying, like, if you're just in the area.
Hey, Afghani troops, it's me, a U.S. Marine. I'm here to vibe.
Like, we'll get a, yeah.
Just snooping over the wall.
No, I'm not saying like, I'm saying like on the outside you'll be fine. If we're going in, then we'll make ourselves invisible and go in. But like from the outside, you can walk around the area. Like if you're not circling it and stuff, you just walk past and have a look at what's going on outside.
You'd be surprised how cutthroat these guys are.
Yeah, but keep a distance and make yourself hidden. That's what I'm saying.
I'll put the hood up. It'll be fun.
Okay. Splitting off into two. Morish, you're going one way. Akron, Zale, Mishing Fingers. Disguise has been trailing along without adding much to the conversation so far, sort of following behind his boss. And then after a point, he says, to you, Mish, boss, I don't feel like I'm very useful right now. Should I go join the others?
This is disguised.
Yes.
Disguised, you're my only friend. I need you here to console me in my hour of need.
Boss, that's really sad. And like, you don't have any other friends?
Look at them. They're all tall, obnoxious, ignorant folk. Especially that Akron one.
To be honest with you, I always thought of you more of like a coworker than a friend.
Wow.
I would like to remind you, Mish, this Akron is the one who's getting you your money at the end of the day.
Sorry, this is a private conversation, this thing.
Just one more thing though. I picture it as Dish's appearance changing every time you look at him. Just...
yeah, headcanon.
Even if it's just slightly, like his nose is like big and bulbous at one point, and then
his beard slightly shrinks every time you look at him.
Great. Well, if you still want me around, boss, as long as you're still paying me, sure. All right. And that is done. I don't know why I gave him to you. I thought I had a reason for it, and then I forgot. But oh well.
He's my
Strawman
support
Morris.
gnome.
He is your support gnome. Support gnome, air quotes. Strawman Morris, you guys start making your way off. Akron, Zale, missing fingers in disguise, making your own way. Okay. Your passive perception is 21, right, Akron?
Yeah. Am I
Strom
you
is
pass investigation
18?
or
Yeah.
Nope, just passive perception.
cool? Bye,
Let's
D.
see. What's this guy? Oh, buddy. Bash roll. Nope, you see nothing.
Fuck.
Okay. Let's start with the bigger group. So Akron, who is sort of taking the lead on this as you make your way through the city? It doesn't matter too much, but I'd like to know.
I mean, I guess it would be me, right? Seeing as I'm the most familiar.
Makes sense, yeah.
But
Okay.
I wouldn't be too far ahead. I'd probably still be like next to Zale.
Gotcha. Making your way through the streets as you go. It is now around a little bit after midday, perhaps 1 o'clock in the afternoon, starting to approach busy hours for Shady Creek Run as most of the night folk are starting to wake up, rubbing the sleep out of their eyes and nursing their hangovers. And they're emerging onto the street, and you're drawing attention as you move. Quite a large group as you are, it's not very easy to hide you all. But you push through, and eventually you see the tavern. The landlocked siren, this sort of squat one-story building that's made all of stone with a flat-topped roof, 2 windows at the front made of this glass that is oily and filmed over. It's hard to see through, you can't really see much of anything inside, and a single door. Looks oddly narrow, like it would be difficult to fit through. Zale, you might actually have to shimmy a little bit to fit, but you step to the door, you open it, and you're greeted by the smell of stale, sour ale wafting on the air. You see patrons, numbers of them, a few of them at the bar, but most of them are situated at their own tables in small groups. A good number of them look up at you as you enter. Make an insight check.
Insight.
20. Yeah, you can tell you're recognized. And those looks in their eyes, none too friendly. This is an Utalot establishment, which you would know. And while you haven't crossed paths directly with the Utalots and haven't fucked them over, you're well known as a pretty dangerous element in these parts. And moreover, you get the sense that in the balance of power in the upcoming war, the Utalots are likely to be arrayed against you. But with that said, there is no outright hostility. There's no blades about to be drawn. Not in this moment, anyway. As you step through and you see Eleanor, this familiar half-elven figure, blonde hair, wearing her tight studded leather armor, sitting in a corner booth with her legs up on the table. She's filing away at her nails with a dagger. Looks up and as you enter, tips a wink at you.
I give her a really brisk forward nod and a gesture for my companions to come over.
Well, hello. What a pleasant surprise. The vagabonds and killers of Shady Creek Run gracing my table. What have you come here for?
You know, information. The
Oh,
usual.
sure. That's what I deal in best. Alright. I'm gonna need to see some coin first, however.
How much are we talking this time?
You should know, if you don't already, I am the foremost informant of all of the run. Put 100 gold on the table, and that will buy a conversation. Anything more specific, we may have to deal in more coin.
I'm gonna plonk. Oh,
Yep, no, you first.
I'm gonna plonk 100 gold on the table, and I'm gonna be like, "Here's 100 gold. You talk. Anything else? You talk, and you keep your limbs."
You're threatening me. You're actually threatening me. How refreshing. Have a seat, all of you. Come on. And She gestures you into the narrow booth across from hers.
Scan it.
It's actually quite wide set, and it is able to fit all of you, if a little bit awkwardly.
That rolled really slow.
19. Let's see. Let's see, what is her wisdom / roll 1d20 plus 4. Oh, buddy, 9. You do sense in a little bit, as you say this, Zale, a bit of an undercurrent underneath her cheerful facade. You've rattled her a little bit. You are a very imposing figure, and you are quite lethal. Your reputation goes before you. But even so, her face doesn't betray too much. But she's offered you seats. She's still sitting on the in the booth exactly as she has, taking up the entirety of her space by sort of laying her legs on the table at an angle, such that she is like tucked up in the corner. Her feet are on the edge of the table, and she's still filing away at her nails. Come on,
Right.
sit.
So, yep, no, sitting down.
Okay.
Right.
All right. What is it you wish to know?
Noodle, help, I forgot.
Information on the Jaggies, the Mardoons, any
Oh.
merc companies that are still available for hire, anything like that.
Right, we want to know just, information about the merc companies that are still around. So the tribal families that are still around. Bootlots, Jagantoths, the other one, Mardoons. We also want to know if any mercenary bands, neutral, not bought out yet, any who can be bought out, that sort of thing. Yeah. Start with that.
All right. So you're looking to get the lay of the land, as it were, in preparation for your war. I can respect it.
Let's
You
not
should
call it a
know.
war just yet.
Why play with semantics? We both know what this is going to be. But fair enough.
Let's call it,
You
let's call it reconnaissance for the moment.
You should know that the Jagantoths, well, they've always had a very wide reach. The common saying around these parts is that they are the family of mercenaries, and that is accurate, but it's more that they are a family of networking. They have a great many contacts, a lot of people that they know, and they are pulling power from all over. It's not just the companies that they run directly. They're calling assistance in from companies that they are affiliated with in the Empire as well as other numerous forces. There is word that there is a ship coming from the Menagerie coast, going to land at Bice's Till and trek through the Pearlbow Wilderness to arrive. A company of elite warriors, pirates, drawn to you. So you've got quite a lot of enemies coming your way. As for allies, well, I won't lie, you've made quite a stir here in the run. There are probably numerous upstarts who'd be willing to throw in with you if you promise them enough coin. You are the ones who killed Darko, after all. I could slide you a few leads, if you liked. Perhaps some names and faces you'd like to seek out. I'll need my
Well,
slice,
yeah.
however. $250 gold, and these names are yours.
How many names are we going to give us?
I have 4.
4.
4, yes.
That sounds like 200 gold to me.
She gives a genuine grin at this. She enjoys this, the game of haggling and negotiation. It's kind of her
I'm
bread
going
and
to tap
butter.
on the table and give her the eyes.
The fuck me eyes?
No,
No.
remember what I said.
Yeah, the rip your limbs off eyes. I get it.
And then
Akron,
fuck
go
you.
ahead and. I guess so. Those are also fuck you eyes. Akron, make a persuasion check. Zale, making. Well, I'd say the 19
make it-
still holds. Akron,
Okay.
make it at advantage.
Persuasion advantage.
Mhm.
Oop. And I'm going to give
12.
myself a spark of genius, so that becomes a 17.
17? Okay. That smile still holds on her face. I like you, little tiefling. You have balls. That's a rare trait in this town. Believe it or not, everyone bows and scrapes to the families, bows to anyone with power. As the foremost informant in all of this place, everyone bows to me. I get bored of it, quite frankly. 200 gold. You've earned it.
Cool. I'm gonna toss her 200 gold.
And she pulls a scrap of parchment out of her jacket, out of her armor, and begins to scribble. And before long passes 4 names to you across the way. And I will get those to you after the session because I can't be arsed to make up names right now.
Of course you can't. No worries.
But she leans back again. Sort of, her nails have been filed away now. She rests her chin on her fist. Anything else, my dears?
Was there anything else?
Are the Utalots definitely siding with the Jagantoths, or is there a slither of hope that they could be swayed?
One more thing, Eleanor. The Utalots. I noticed there are some not so friendly looks our way. Is there any chance, even the slimmest, that they might be swayed away from the Jagantoths?
Well, the common thinking right now is that you all are utterly fucked. Now, you killed Darko, you've slayed most of the forces that came your way, and I must admit, it's quite impressive. But they're planning to drown you in a tide of men and blood. The forces the likes of which no man can withstand against. The Utalots, well, they have no reason to join you, I suppose.
And what might give them that reason?
Could you prove to them that you could succeed? Could you prove to them that you would give them power and status and position in this new run that you seem so intent on carving out? Perhaps that might sway them.
The road to hell.
Okay, sorry, one more thing. What was you said people were landing from the Menagerie Coast, landing at Bice's Tell, going through where to get to the run?
The Pearlbow Wilderness. It's
Can you type it up, please?
Yes. Pearlbow Wilderness. Stretch of woods in sort of the northern parts of the Empire. It's actually quite close to Rexentrum, just north of there, actually. And they will be pushing through. Yes, a quite infamous band of pirates from the Menagerie Coast, but with contacts. Well, Ionos has contacts everywhere and has cultivated quite close relationships with almost any martial force you can imagine. These ones are coming directly from the hand of the Plank King. The pirates down there. I'm sure you know.
Do I know? Probably.
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check. Give me just this. Yeah?
Is there any banks in the run?
Any banks? That's a tough one to say. You can make a history check as well. And Akron...
I would ask
would my
Strom
history
this when we're walking.
So, sorry, would my 31 not have brought that up when I was thinking?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
And then I would have relayed that as well.
Yeah, ooh, buddy, good thing too. Morris, you have no fucking idea, but you do recall some words Akron said to you. Banks are a bit of an odd one in Shady Creek Run. There are actually plenty of institutions where money can be lent, and in fact, it's not all like loan sharks and independent operators out here. There are actually quite a few organized, places that specialize in that sort of thing because everyone needs money, and in a place like Shady Creek Run, investments happen all the damn time. Someone's got to bankroll that. So Akron would have pointed out to you a couple of places. The thing is, there aren't like vaults and such that are just out in the open places that anyone can walk into. It's more like you know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, and then they can wire you the money sort of indirectly. So you don't know of any particular locations that you might be able to hit. Akron might have been able to point out a couple of people to you that you could seek out. But if your intention is robbery, maybe not.
Not robbery. No, I would just. Yeah,
Okay.
I have an idea.
Okay, gotcha. For now, Akron, with that 26, yes, she is referring to the Revelry, which is a sort of loosely organized coalition of pirates that operate south of the Menagerie Coast. They are quite a terror of the open seas for traders everywhere, including they have actually quite a long and bloody history of going to war with various ships from actual nations and fighting toe-to-toe with them and winning quite many naval battles to the point that they've effectively carved out their own nation down there on the Lucidian Ocean. They're quite
So
notorious.
what was their faction name called?
The
pirates?
Revelry.
The
Let me type
Revelry.
it
Okay,
out.
thank you.
The Revelry. Yep. And their leader is the Plank King.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the
So as you-
pirates that.
Yes.
Okay.
So as you can see, you've got quite a lot of people gunning for your heads. I've also heard that there's an airship coming in from Marquette too. Wyvern Riders, or Giant Eagles, something like that. I don't know for sure. But fun stuff. Quite looking forward to seeing how it all plays out.
Myself as well. This will make for a grandiose autobiography.
You're gonna write a book about it.
Oh,
That'll be a
hell yeah.
first.
Oh yeah, I am. The more dire the story, the better it sells. You know this.
She gives a nod. When you've got it all penned up and drafted, come find me. I might be able to get it spread and circulated if it's good. You know, you could be a terrible writer for all I know, but I'm interested. It sounds fun.
Indeed. In that case, I believe that is my business. Zale, anything else from you? Mish?
No.
You
Before
sure
you
you want to
go-
make her to bathe you? Or...
You gave her two sets of eyes.
I'm promised to another.
I don't know about that.
My sword.
But
It was gifted by
I
Before
was
you-
promised a sponge bath.
a very uncomfortable one in a too small tub with this giant, almost 7-foot man.
What about you, Mish? Anything you need?
Hands over another bouquet.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Before you go, consider this a little bit of a freebie. You're being watched. I don't know if you've noticed, but the Jagantoths have quite a few agents after you. There is something of an effort being made to test your capabilities. Most of the forces they've sent against you in open confrontation have failed. They're trying to get a little smarter about it. I'm only telling you all this because I've actually kind of taken a liking to your band. You've shaken things up quite interestingly. It'd be a shame to see you get poisoned and killed in the night. I'd rather you die in more interesting ways.
Well, we'll try to make things as interesting as possible without our deaths.
Touche. Anything else?
Well, with that, I bid thee adieu, bon voyage.
Bye. Gives you a little jovial wave. And now we will return to Moorish and Strom, making your way through the southern streets of Shady Creek Run. You're coming up on one of the banks that, not banks, sort of staging points that Akron pointed out to you. This large warehouse with a big, like a big hinged, like gate-like door that's wide enough to permit carts and carriages. Oof. Standing on either side of it, you see two armed guards. Flintlock pistols at their sides, swords at their hips, armored with breastplates and helmets. But they don't look too deadly. You've certainly killed men just like that before.
Can I get a general sweep of the area? See what I see, you know.
Yeah, can I join on that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make investigation checks, either independently or one of you with advantage.
I'm doing more of a checking our backs, make sure we're not being watched
Okay,
as we
in
head
that
towards
case-
this point.
In that case, Strom,
Okay.
go ahead and make a perception check.
I'll do the investigation then.
Hmm.
That was almost a nat 1, so.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
Oh, goddamn.
Double 12s, wow.
Not bad.
Morris, you do see a back door. It is also guarded by a single armed guard. Just a little like access door. Doesn't look anything too substantial.
Any-
Tellingly, there are no windows on the first floor. There are a couple windows on the second floor, and looking up from certain angles, you think you can see a skylight as well on the roof. But no other access points that you can see. And Strom, making sure to keep an eye on your back, watch your six, so to speak. You don't get the sense anyone's watching you, or that too much attention has been drawn to you.
Well, looks like we're good.
Okay. How far away are we?
Are you like? Do you want to be on like the front side of the warehouse? Are you approaching from the back?
Wherever the back door, like, would probably
The
be.
back door.
Yeah.
Okay. So to be far away enough without like attracting any visible attention, I'd say you're like 60 feet and sort of in an alleyway across the street from the warehouse.
Okay. And we've gotten a good look all the way around, essentially.
At this point, yes.
And there's 3 guards outside that we see.
Yep.
What else is around this area? Have we got any taverns or anything that have a view on this place, or?
So this part of Shady Creek Run looks to be sort of like a place that doesn't see that much kind of traffic. You know, it looks like a sort of the equivalent of like an industrial park, or like it's mostly like functional buildings like warehouses, a few nondescript buildings that you don't actually know what they are, made of stone, a few of wood, but no taverns or anything like that.
I'm looking for anything we could maybe post up at, not drawing too much attention to ourselves while we keep an eye on the guards, see if there's a pattern to their shift changes or anything maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, make another perception check for me.
I would also be doing this.
Okay, go right ahead.
That's a 27.
God damn. Hot damn. Good shit, boys. Okay. Yeah, Morris, you pick out a spot pretty well. The thing is that this isn't a place where people are expected to loiter. This isn't a place where you can just hang out on a stoop and not attract attention. This is a very business-focused part of town that you get the sense that a lot of the families have very direct dealings with, warehouses of these sorts, probably not uncommon. So the key to being able to keep an eye on this place is to just keep an eye without being seen altogether. There's not really any blending in plain sight in a place like this. Looking around, you actually do spot a sort of like off of the street. So there's sort of like a raised like sidewalk section, and then there's the street below it, and then you see a little sewer grate that you actually probably could get access to and maybe watch from underneath the street, as it were. With that same roll, looking around, you do see a manhole tucked away in an alley, not far from where you all are currently hiding. This will give you sightline on this door here.
Okay.
I would say with enough casing around, you could probably find something equivalent on the other side too.
Would I believe that there might be a way in to this place through the sewer?
No way to know until you check it out, but you don't see why it would be impossible.
I relay this to Strom.
Strom just nods and I'll follow suit.
Okay.
Head towards the grate in the alley.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a heavy ass son of a bitch. It will actually require a roll to pop it open unless one of you has a crowbar.
Yeah, I can use my packed weapon to summon in a crowbar.
That's true. That's true.
Completed.
Finally! Vindication!
It's not even a crowbar, it's the actual proper fucking like hooked implement they use for lifting up grates.
Yeah,
Just, there you go.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. The most the most fucking glorious use of a packed weapon that has ever been seen. Yeah, you pop that grate right the fuck open. It takes a little bit of strength. Your pretty scrawny elven arms have to... But you get it and shunt it aside and the way is open.
Wow.
You climb down. Do both of you have dark vision? You should, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so no issues there as you stand there in the darkness and tracing your way through with a mental map. You eventually get to that same sewer grate, water's running underfoot. There's no like foot pads here, so your boots are getting soaked pretty quickly. But you look up through this grate and you see the single guard standing by the door. I might as well put him down, I guess. It's the same stat block as a mercenary captain, but they're not captains. Copy. And you're just watching for a while. You said you wanted to just wait and see what patterns emerge?
Yeah, if there's any time between shift changes that the door's vacated or
Okay. How long do you want to wait exactly?
what time of the day is it? The minute, roughly.
Currently it's roughly like 3 in the afternoon.
What do you think?
I'm
About an
willing to
hour,
wait.
would you say?
I'm willing to wait a little bit. I'll use my sending stone to send a message to Zale. Maybe
Yeah.
like 10-15 minutes into waiting,
Mm-hmm.
and just say, like, do I know? Like, tell him where we are. I don't know where exactly in town, but like, say, we've arrived at the place. Akron.
Yeah, you
Akron
could do that.
knows where
Relay
it is.
your position.
We're in the sewers on the north side of the building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great in alleyway. Basically.
Bring crowbar.
Bring crowbar.
The stone tucked away under your armor, Zale, pulses, and you hold it in your hand, and this message is beamed telepathically into your head. This is just before you are entering the landlocked siren, before your discussion with Eleanor.
You can reply as well, so.
We'll come when we can. About to go see Eleanor.
Okay. I'll relay this to Strom.
Okay.
I say we wait.
Yeah.
Zale can message me back when he has time after they've met with Eleanor, and we can just keep scouting and get information.
After we
Okay.
finish with Eleanor, then I will relay what's messaged to me to Akron and Mish.
The sewers. Why
yeah,
does it
you kn-
always lead to the sewers with you guys? Fine. What did they need?
Us, I'm presuming.
Naturally, but do we need to bring anything or?
Sharp objects, spells,
A crowbar.
crowbar.
This was specifically mentioned, yes.
Okay, so swords, shields, spells, and a crowbar. Okay.
Yes.
I have one. We can go.
Okay. In this time that we're waiting, is there any chance I can, like, have a quick look to see if I can get into this place?
Yeah, make an investigation check for me. I would say giving it an hour of waiting. Let me roll a d20. You want a high number on this. It's middling. You can see the guard is looking antsy. He is sort of like shuffling, like leaning on one knee and then on another, leaning back against the wall, finding that uncomfortable, crossing his arms, uncrossing them. He looks very bored, but he hasn't abandoned his post or anything. But the not a very disciplined fellow. You get that sense, Strom, as you're watching him, and you get the sense it probably won't be too long before maybe he fucks off to get something to eat or take a piss or something. He's got that
Okay.
look about him. Morrish, with a 15, poking about these sewers, the ways of them are pretty labyrinthine, but being able, with that view from the grate, you sort of get an image of where things are, sort of laying things out spatially in your head. And you do find another path that shoots off, and after a while, you count out your steps and you think, you're underneath the building right now. You don't see any immediate access points. With a 15, you do a cursory check for like invisible, like switches, like loose bricks that you can move, levers, things like that nature. Nothing comes to mind.
Okay, I'll put it in the back pocket. I'm pretty sure I've seen Akron use Shatter, so maybe we could.
I don't know. Have you?
Yeah,
Have you?
you've cast it a few times.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Could have been Hailstorm.
It was Shatter. You've cast it a couple of times. You did it at the wall on the gate when we went to the Trebane Manor to sneak in.
No.
Yeah, and I would have seen
That was a bomb. They were terrorists,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
clearly.
yeah, yeah, clearly.
No, dude, I
Uh,
yelled in Infernal for the God King and like threw a bomb.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, I'll head back to Strom.
Okay. After this hour of waiting, Akron, Zale, Mish, you all would have finished your business with Eleanor. By quite a bit, actually. You would have had like a 20-minute lead on that. 30 minutes. You didn't actually talk with Eleanor all that long. It was a pretty quick conversation. So,
Bit of a shady inn.
yeah. I would say with those 30 minutes, if you wanted to start making your way down there, you would probably be arriving around the vicinity just as that hour is closing.
Alright.
Okay, where did they say they were, Zell?
Would we see them approaching?
From your view of the street grade, it's a pretty narrow view. You kind of just have view line like of this wall
Okay.
and like some of the street along that line.
No, that's fair. I wouldn't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay.
Zale, you'd sort of be able to relay in terms that Akron would understand the place for them to go, and making your way there, you'd eventually be arriving on the street here. As you approach, the guard hasn't seen you yet, but if he turns his head, he will see you, and you get the sense that you're an imposing, distinctive party. It might put him on edge.
2 seconds. Hold that thought verb. Oh, that.
Okie dokie.
While we're waiting, I've just sent you a message, Verb. It's for later.
Yes, I've seen that. I have given you the thumbs up emoji.
Oh, fuck yeah, I didn't see that. Hell yeah, let's
That's
do it.
okay. It's a pretty interesting one.
It's a bit out there, but it might work.
You sure? It might well.
I said
Fucking
it might. It's
artificers.
not. It won't. It not that it will. It might work. Like it. It's,
Fucking
you know.
artificers.
Hey, I gotta do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Zale's got the bonk bonk. I've got the
Smart,
Fuckery.
intelligent, make things.
arcane fuckery going on.
Someone's got to do it. You still holding? Still need to hold that thought, Mr. Dale?
I'm out of range to do what I want.
Okay.
Is there any other guards around, or is it literally just that one guy at that back entrance?
There's 2 at the bottom.
I think there were 2 at the
Make-
front door, weren't there?
No, I'm
Make
not. I don't
perception
care about
check,
the, I
Akron.
mean, like specifically the back.
Okay.
Make a perception check, Mr. Akron.
Perception? That is an 18.
18.
And then I will also give myself the guidance.
The guidance. All
That
right.
becomes a dirty
20. 20 is what you needed. Yeah, there's the guard standing by the doorway. There are also rifles. Not rifle barrels, but men with rifles in sort of like the street across, watching from the windows. And looking across to the other side of the street, you see the same thing, a veritable sniper's alley set up
That
over
way
this
and
whole
that way?
area.
Like that
let
way
me-
and that way.
Let me go ahead and build put out a few more buildings.
Okay.
So, sort of, these guys are in this alley on the side here. So, windows from pretty much all of these buildings. Let me lower the height of the street as well. 38. Yeah, there's a decent contingent of people guarding this area. Yeah, it's sort of all of these buildings along the side. You see the windows. What catches your eye are the fact that the windows are open, for one, and the curtains are not drawn. And in a few points from your angle, you can't see fully, but you do see the glints of rifle barrels, and in some cases, a man standing at the ready.
I see. Okay, so how many rifle barrels do I actually make out from where I am?
With your 20, you can only see along this street here, but you see 6.
6. Oh no.
3 in each building.
Yeah. Okay. So, Zale,
Hello.
take a look at these interesting-looking barrels sticking out all of these windows.
Shiny. Rifles.
Yeah, rifles.
I think it best not to continue this way.
Maybe best to go a different way.
Should we have already dropped into the sewers?
If you all had wanted to make your way there, sure.
Would we have known, or do we know where the entrance is? To the sewers?
You would not know. Morris just told you that you were in the sewers.
I did say there's a grate in the alley north.
A grate in the alley. Yeah, that you did point that out.
Here.
With that perception still holding, Akron, yeah, you would see the grate, and you would actually see Strom as well. His head or his eyes sort of poking out from this grate. It's, if you imagine like the way like the streets of like New York are set up with like there's the sidewalks above, and then a depression for the street
bit.
itself. Yeah. And then there's little metal bars that poke through that storm water would filter through, and Strom is looking through one of those.
Okay.
You'll float down here.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
Hi, Georgie.
Yes. Fucking scenes. Okay, well maybe we can like stealthily and hurriedly get to them.
Yeah, sure. Easiest way to do it without getting seen would be to circle all the way around to the other side of this building, but no difficulties there making your way through. And you would actually see the open manhole that Moore's propped open and left open behind him, that leads down.
Yep. I'll take that.
All right, and down you go. And down there among the sewers, you meet up with your compatriots. Still watching, still waiting, but you are a group now.
I have to ask, Morish, why is it always the sewers?
They're the best place to hide. And people don't really loiter around here, so I'd have drawn attention immediately.
For good reason. We're stepping in people's fecal matter.
Yes, but I'd rather be stood in shit than in the shit.
What's the difference?
Well, we're not getting shot at or stabbed currently.
For now, I should know, in the buildings above us, I saw 6 rifle barrels, 3 in each building.
Shit.
Mish, make a perception check for me.
Two seconds. Yeah, I was over the toilet.
Oh, buddy.
Would my passive perception take hold?
You were one of the first ones down the sewers, so you're not
Okay.
able to see what this is.
That is fair enough. Fuck you for circumventing my stuff.
15?
15. Let's see. Slash roll. Actually, no, that stealth check was already rolled. That was 25. Yeah, you do not see it. You are down the way, going down the sewers, Mish, and you think nothing of it, as above you, disguised, is slashed in the back with a scimitar, paralyzed, and dragged off into an alley, unseen by any of you.
Oh, that's alarming.
Oh my god! No, his best friend! His only friend!
His only friend. But
This
carry
is
on.
not a good day for us.
Oh no. Every day is full of misery.
I say we take out the rifleman then.
Well, do we even... Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, go on.
I was just I thought he was doing that on the back of Dish being dragged off.
No. Like after Akron said
No
Like-
one saw
No,
Dish
no.
guys getting
I
taken
would
away.
let Akron
That's what I
know
was
that there
thinking.
is maybe a way to get in through underneath, but we'd have to probably be pretty loud about it.
Oh, show me.
Show him.
Yeah. The network of sewers runs in through a little tunnel, and now you know you are standing under the surface of the warehouse. No visible access points to be seen. The stone above.
I would like to look for any hidden passageways or loose stone that can be pried away, or hidden grates, anything like that.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
I will put on my spectacles for this.
Okie dokie.
21.
21. So no like secret agent shit, no doorways and stuff. Hang on just a sec while all this is going on. I need to keep rolling saves through this guy.
Dish is just
no.
slowly getting fucking mutilated while we're like, this
No,
wall
that's-
is made out of wall.
That's still a failure. He's still paralyzed, so
17 is a failure.
it's
Oh
some
my
pretty potent
fucking god.
poison. Yeah,
Is this why
disguise
you
is
gave
murdered.
him to us to kill him behind the scenes off camera?
Hey, if it wasn't gonna be him, it might have been one of you all. Yeah, no, I mean none of you see this, but disguised, slashed in the back from unseen, an attacker who has been stalking you all for quite some time is paralyzed, immediately locked up, and then a hand is clamped over his mouth. He's dragged into an alley and stabbed repeatedly until he dies. But anyway, carrying on.
Holy shit.
With your 21 investigation.
Do myself quickly, go on.
With your
Is his attacker
21.
at least confused because every time he stabs him, he changes appearance?
Yeah, it's quite
Oh, fuck
befuddled.
off.
He's quite befuddled. With your 21 investigation, you don't see any secret agent shit, no like hidden switches or loose stones to move or anything, but you do, peering down, paying close attention to where the water is coming from in this sewer passage, like the flow of the water where it's going down. You actually spot underneath the surface of all the shit a little round pipe, far too small for any of you to fit in, but you get the sense that this is probably some kind of latrine pipe.
Maybe not.
Well, Morsh, you said you'd rather be in the shit than in the shit, so...
Not that much in the shit.
Okay, not that much in the shit. Got you. Anything else?
Also,
can
I have no
solve
way
them?
of getting through that.
Not unless one of you could wild shape or cast
Polymorph.
miniaturize or whatever
Yeah.
the spell is.
Do I have
Reduce.
anything? I have... I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if you allow me to do this, Verb. But would I be able to very, very quickly whip up like a little tiny spider crab thing and put like a small scrying device in? Where would I get the scrying device from? Could I make the scrying device quickly?
Quickly and no, not that. It would take you like a long rest or something to
Could I
create
not
something like that.
use an infusion?
What infusions do you have that could apply to this?
Good question. Nothing that specific, unfortunately. I mean, kind of like a catch-all mini infusion, but nothing specific. That you can do that.
No, nothing of that nature. Like the infusion might get something like that up and running, like imbue it with the necessary like energy and magical energy and like baseline intelligence, but you would actually have to craft the device first, and that would take you a long rest,
Yeah.
if not longer, depending on your role.
Yes.
But there you are.
One for
With
the ideas.
with a 21, you see the like latrine pipe. I'd say it's enough as well that you can look up at the ceiling above you and see a fairly deep set crack running through the stonework where it appears a little bit weakened, whether by natural forces or something else. It looks natural. You don't get the sense that anyone's been smashing at this or anything. And that's also straight under the warehouse.
How far up is it?
It's like right above your head, so it's like 10 feet from the ground. So from you, it's like 4 feet.
Well, we can try digging if you want. The stone's quite with it.
Maybe one suggestion. Like,
Mm.
have you pointed out to us that there's riflemen in the buildings above us?
I have,
Yeah.
yes, I have. But it's not in the warehouse, it's across the street, so we're
Yeah.
currently like underneath warehouse.
I would
My thing-
I would see
think
that
it'd be
verb.
Okay, so
I would
right
also see
now,
that verb.
right now, where are you all right now? So like Akron, you're in like this side tunnel that shoots off from the main grate, like adjacent to the street, and you're investigating things. Are
with
you
Morris,
there as
yeah.
well, Morris?
Yeah.
So you're both in that sort of side area. Strom, where are you? Are you still watching from the grate?
I've probably congregated a little bit as we're hashing out a few ideas.
Okay, so you all are in that sort of similar region. Zale and Mish, where are you?
I'll just kind of hang with Moorish.
Okay.
Wait, is the assassin's name Vish? Oh no.
It's never good when it's fish.
It's
Mish, where are you right
always-
now?
Always an ish.
I am in the sewers because that is where scum like me deserves to be.
No. So everyone in the group is currently in the sewers right now. Are you like by the place you came in, by that manhole? Are you in the like? So like, there's like this offshoot tunnel that leads. That's more or less like right under here. And in fact, let me move you guys in. You guys are in a tunnel like right about here-ish. There's a grate that has been that's sort of like Strom was watching over the street from this grate, like right there. The manhole itself would be like right there. So, in relation to all this, if you consider this to be like an underground lair, where are you?
That was no help for.
There was no help. There was no help. Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Yo, get
I-
right shit.
I have
So-
no idea where.
I mean, I assume
Okay.
it's
Would
just
you have
followed the
followed?
group
Would you
and
have
pointed
followed
at
the
it.
group?
Yeah. Okay. So you're just with the group then. I'll just say you're with the group. And you're all congregating in this like little underground sewer tunnel underneath the warehouse. With that 12 stealth, all of you, I'm pretty sure all of you have a passive perception of at least 12, right?
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Okay. You hear the splash of a foot falling into water, and quite loud as well, and all of you turn, and in the darkness, just beyond the range of most of your dark vision, you see a small shape, roughly about the same height as Mish, actually, maybe a little bit taller. Looks up. Give me just a moment. And see... freezes just in place. He's looking at you, you're looking at him.
Chill touch.
What's the range on Chill Touch?
120 feet.
120
Fight.
feet. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Fight.
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 Fight!
13.
Time to fight. 13. Misses. You cast out the spell, and a spectral hand shoots through the darkness, casting a dim light over the stones as it passes. And as it passes by, you see that dim light illuminate the shape of a goblin with sharp, feral features who ducks aside and then is gone, darting back around the corner.
Chase after him.
Make an
Yeah,
athletics check.
Ugh.
He's running as well.
No.
Oh, 21. You run after him, splashing through the sewer water, and by the time you round the corner, he's gone.
Okay.
Well, that was interesting.
And Mish, it's about this time that you realize that your friend Disguise is no longer with you. Your only friend.
Dish, where are you? Can I backtrack to look for him?
You sure can.
Maybe he's by the sewer grate-ish.
Maybe don't go off on your own.
Maybe he's disguised as a goblin.
What do you
He's-
mean? He's clearly a gnome.
Yeah, you shouldn't
Yeah,
go
no,
alone.
he's definitely, he is a gnome. I saw it, he's a gnome.
Yes. Yeah, I need to find my support gnome.
Okay. Yeah, you can make your way through, sort of taking the same path that Morris was chasing down. And as you're stepping out of the water, you look down and you see drops of blood on the ground in a sort of trail that leads up the ladder that you had climbed down originally.
Not unusual. And I climb the ladder.
You climb the ladder, and you emerge into the alleyway, looking up, down, all around. Make a perception check. Oh, buddy.
Did we all let him go on his own, or did we
I would
go
have
with him?
followed.
I mean, you
Yeah.
see him, but it's
I
not a
would've
quiet
followed-
thing.
I
He has
would've
to s-
followed
he has-
him. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Stepping behind. Mish going up the ladder. You poke your head, looking all around. You don't see anything. In fact, it's such a nice day. For a little while, you just stare at the cloudless sky. This cheery, crisp blue. You feel the wind on your cheek. It's a really nice day today. You're really liking it.
Maybe
Step
things
out.
will get better for Mish from now on.
Do I
You
see
step
anything?
out into the alley. You can go ahead and make a perception check as well. Mish is already out into the alley. And you step out and you look around and you see more blood in a trail that leads off into another alley that sort of interconnects in like a T intersection with this one you're currently in. You follow
Hmm.
it.
I'd hate to be the poor bastard that all that blood came from.
I think that poor
Indeed.
blood came from Mish.
At this
What do
point,
you
you are
mean?
behind him.
Couldn't be from Dish. Dish
It
is
is. Do I see anything with a 17, Verb?
With a 17, you do see the swish of a cloak or some such fabric darting around a corner from this alley and out into the street.
Do I know the way I can cut it off? Or can
It's this away, and it's running towards, like, this side. Hang on, let me... So, yeah,
Is there
if
any way into the building?
From here? Yeah, there's, like, a back door.
Yeah, can I try the back door? Give it a quick glance
Put
over
your
to
hand
make
on it.
to make sure it's not trapped, and then...
Sure, make an investigation check. Mish, what are you doing?
Did
Following
I,
the blood?
did I see disguised?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do see disguised.
You follow the blood and round the corner of an alley, and you see the body of your burly friend, mutilated, carved apart, blood spilled everywhere.
Is he carved apart, or he's just sliced and died, or cut up?
He's sliced up, but his limbs are not like every which way. He's still in one piece relatively.
Does he still look like a gnome?
Dish has never looked like a gnome. He looks like a dwarf trying to dress as a gnome. And that still holds.
I run over to Dish and grab him and go, Dish, it's going to be okay. We're going to get help.
His fingers are cold. His fingers are cold. And Morris, you don't see any traps on the door. It just looks like any door. You try the handle, it's locked. But Mish, as you are shaking the body of your friend, his blood splashes onto your face, and it's cold. It slides down your cheek and into your neck, down below your armor, running on your skin. He's gone.
I set him down and close his eyes, and then take some of his blood and smear it across my face, and say, "I'll get the gitch that got you."
Somewhere up above, you get the sense that Dish is watching you, and it's probably like, alright, that's pretty cool.
Is there anything that would lead me to the gits that got Dish?
There's the
Any
blood,
clues?
his own blood that is trailing from the corpse, sort of in like a rough splatter. Like, this was a very messy kill, and you get the sense that the killer got a lot of that blood on him. And then that blood trail goes to the manhole cover that you all slid down into the sewers, and then it goes back up out of the manhole cover again, and some distance down the alley, and sort of like this direction. But after about this point, right where my arrow is, it winnows off to nothing. Little trace amounts that are untraceable.
And Dish didn't leave any clues in his final breaths?
He was
Like
dead when you
red
got
rum
there.
lit in the ground in his own blood or something?
No, whoever did this was made sure to absolutely eviscerate his throat so he wouldn't be able to speak.
Yeah, but writing in his own blood?
Uh
Getting stabbed 71 times.
yeah,
Yeah. It'd be a lot of blood to write with, it'd be fine.
I guess that's true. Let's make a Constitution check. Let's see if he was tough enough to think of this in his final moments. 13. Not really, man.
I'm gonna give him guidance.
Doesn't. No. There's a lot of handprints. Like, you get the sense that Dish tried to like crawl out of his own blood, but he couldn't even muster the strength to turn himself over. He died on his back.
Okay. I take his hat as a keepsake as well.
You stick it on over the hat that you're already wearing, and now you're wearing two hats.
Are there any footprints leading away from
Yeah.
where the blood was last spotted?
None. Like I said, there's a sort of trail that leads in this direction, but it winnows off right around there.
Where is that direction? What's overlap?
That direction leads further down the alley before it comes to sort of an intersection.
So I saw him turn right, didn't I?
Yes, you saw him turn down toward this direction.
So, seeing that the door would have been locked, like immediately I would have gone rushing
Running.
down
Okay.
the alleyway and
got it.
see if I could spot him, even just like if I can get a quick line of sight on him.
Yeah, make another athletics check for me.
Oh,
I'm gonna slap his ass. Runs past. Guidance.
if I can need it.
Oh no, he's not.
Oh, buddy! Oh, buddy! Vish rolled a 1. Wow, nice. Okay, so with an 8 total, you sprint down as Mish is sharing this moment with his fallen friend. You sprint down the alley and round the corner and manage to get line of sight as Vish, some distance away, about 45 feet off down the street, trips on a loose cobblestone and skins his knees. This goblin, in the broad daylight, a lot easier to see. A goblin wearing armor with a hood over his head, a scimitar at his side, dripping blood still.
Any chance
but
when he
recovers.
trips, I can move forward 15 feet and Misty step up to him?
No, it would have been a full dash to get
Okay,
to that point.
then a full dash. Can I?
Yeah, a full dash to get there.
Can I cast Hunger of Hadar?
Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Let's see who acts first.
Oh God. No.
14. Unfortunately not. Vish recovers quickly, getting to his feet, casting a glance over his shoulder back. He's actually going to shoot a crossbow bolt at you.
Okay.
Am I given chase as well?
You're still
That misses.
with your friend. 18 misses. The bolt shoots out and skims off your armor and slams against the wall and shatters. And as it shatters against the wall, you see a splash of some kind of dark liquid spraying out against the wall. And then he just turns and runs. As he's running, he takes a dagger from his side and he hurls it off in a direction. And he vanishes from sight.
On the last spot he vanished from.
Mhm.
Oh. How far away was he when he vanished?
He took the shot at you from about 45 feet away. Then he would have ran 40 feet, so he would have been 85 feet away. Then he threw the dagger sort of off towards like the left to a space you can't see, maybe off into another street or something, and then he vanished.
There are only rooftops. 40 feet. There's no fucking point. Hang on. Action dash. No, don't worry. I was gonna say that's not gonna work. Alright, fuck it, I'll leave it.
You return, Moorish, to the rest of the group, and Mishing Fingers, you are at this point stepping out of the alley, still smeared with the blood of your friend.
Okay, but the goblin's long gone, have they?
Yeah, Moorish was not able to gain on him, unfortunately.
Did I recognize the goblin?
The only glance you got was of a brief, like, little silhouette, of roughly goblin shape. Make a history check for me. Nope, just straight roll, but it's a high DC on this because of how little visibility you had.
Can I give him advantage?
And if he's working for a rival family, would I be aware of this character?
You can go ahead and make a history check as well, but it's a DC 20 on this for how little visibility either of you saw. And Morris, you don't know enough about the surrounding area to make that check.
No.
Nothing, unfortunately. Akron, 22. Thing is, you didn't get a firm look at his face or anything, but poison,
Did I not
goblin,
see him down in
hooded.
the tunnel when the misty hand thing went past him?
Yeah, very, very faintly. Just a very dim light that shone upon him, like sort of casting the outline of his silhouette. You didn't see much of his face or features there, but some of it is swirling in your head now. Killed with poison. You go and look at the body of Dish, and you see coated, like sort of around the outside edges of the wounds where the scimitar was, this sort of like slimy, like viscous material that is interfused with the blood. Yeah, okay, and it's all coming together as you piece it in your mind. Fish, Drogar, probably a notorious goblin assassin, an independent, not really working for any family as far as you know, but, well, he takes jobs for the highest bidders. Probably the Jagantoths have enlisted another ally. Probably.
I'm gonna keep that to myself for the time being.
Okay. Yeah. Most of what you know about Vish is that he is a ruthless goblin assassin who is slain lethally. He has a reputation for leaving no witnesses and for killing in the most brutal fashion that he can get away with on any of his jobs.
Again, keep this to myself for the time being.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna head
You all
back.
return back to the alley,
I'm gonna head
standing
back
near
to
the
building
manhole.
with the rifle. Can anyone unlock doors? Is there any windows on this building, Verb?
I can attempt to unlock a door.
Windows.
I'm proficient with thieves' tools. So.
Yeah, that would do it. You could definitely try to lockpick them there. On the first floor here with the alley, none, but there are some windows above your head, so you could possibly reach. None of them are open, but they're there. Strom stepping up to the door. Are you gonna try to unlock it?
Yeah, as soon as I find what the hell I press to roll.
Go ahead and make a. It would be dexterity plus proficiency. Did you take expertise in thieves' tools?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Let me.
It would be like a circle around the thing.
Tools are a little weird because it doesn't show it properly the way it does with actuals. Yeah, you did. Expertise with these tools. So you can go ahead and roll. Just click on dexterity, roll that, and then whatever you get, add 8 to it.
Okay.
Expertise.
Dexterity, where the fuck is it?
It's at the top of your sheet.
Oh.
It's the 6 ability scores.
Yep. Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, that's a fucking 32. The easiest door that ever was, Strom. Sort of like, did you watch the Legend of Vox Machina cartoon? Yeah, Vax taking a toothpick at a grog sandwich and very nonchalantly finesse, click here, click there, twist and pop, and the door falls open.
Alright, Strom, see if you can do it to the other building.
Okay.
This one here, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
There's 3 in each, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I saw.
exactly.
That is what I saw.
Exactly. Might as well put him down. Why not?
So
That's
that'd be
8.
22.
Yeah, that'll do it, man. Yeah. Easy as can be, popping it right the fuck open.
Okay. As quickly.
You don't see any of these gunmen on the first floor, but Akron saw them on the second.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a quick peek inside to see if I see anything on the first floor.
Yeah, looking around this space, you see a wide, empty space, like a big, barren studio with not much going on in here. You see a few crates tucked away in the corners. One of them's propped open. Peering inside, you see absolutely nothing. And then there's a set of stairs at the end of the room that leads up.
Okay, I'm gonna disguise myself as Mercer Jagantoth.
Holy fuck, okay. Alright. Stepping up the stairs, moving your way in. I take it you're not attempting to be stealthy in any way?
Nope.
Moving your way through, your armor may make some rustling as you go, although in disguise it just sounds, it could reasonably pass for like the sound of like a chain shirt sliding under clothing. And you step into the space and one of the riflemen turns, but because you're not moving with any sort of threatening pace or speed, he just looks over his shoulder, sees you, doesn't, hang on. These are Mardoon guards. Let me make an intelligence check for this guy. 12. He looks over at you and then, sort of bracing his rifle, leaving his rifle like leaning up against the windowsill, he draws his pistol and aims it at you and calls attention to his buddies.
Whoa.
Who are you?
Mercer Jagantoth, you guys are in danger. You need to get the fuck out of here now.
Don't take orders from Jagantoths. We're Mardoon boys.
Do you want to live, Mardoon boys? Then get the fuck out, now. Do what I say.
Make a deception check.
Please. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. They share glances between each other. Why are you here? What do you...
Look, we're on
This
reconnaissance.
doesn't-
We're following the group of vagabonds that have been hassling us the whole time, but they are here and you need to go, now.
They're here. Oh shit, we should kill him right now then.
You think you have a chance against them?
I got 6 guns, man. Come on, help us. Help us. I'm sure Ophelia will reward you well if you give us a hand.
Fine. to it.
All right.
Is this
Where
where
are
you
they?
betray the party?
Hmm? I'm
Is
sure
this where you
I'm
betray
doing
the
this
party?
quite loudly. Like, you'd be able to hear me talking if you're, like,
I'm
down by the
fucking with you.
bum.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, yeah. They're in the alley, in the sewers, below us.
All right. Lead the way, man. We'll be right behind you.
Okay, let's go.
Is that door open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm-
At this point, it would be open. Let me put the doorway down. What are you doing, Sam?
So.
I
Yep,
was
go
going to say I'll take a position by harking back to our first session. I'm going to take a position by the door, just ready to baseball swing my great sword
Nice.
into someone's chest as they come through.
I'll wait on
No.
the other side to do the same.
Okay, nice. As you
would
are
like
going,
to-
Morris, one of these riflemen leans out a window, pulls a whistle from his shirt, and just blows into it as loud as he can. And he starts shouting, "Game time, boys!"
Alright. Alright.
Fuck.
I assume you lot hear this, so maybe hide? Like, run up the alley or something? I don't fucking know. But yeah,
push
I'm
him out the
gonna...
window.
Nah, fuck it. I'll
Push
run
him
back
out the
and
window.
cover this door.
All right, Morris, you're on the ground floor now, moving. The riflemen are piling on the, coming down the stairs behind you.
I'm gonna prepare a firebolt.
I am
Okay.
gonna peek out of the door, like, surreptitiously to make it look like... And I'm gonna nod at Zale,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna go through the door.
Zale, you see the face of Mercer looking at you, but you know it's Morris.
Wait, what? Oh, all right. Yeah.
Okay, and you step out the door?
Yeah? I step out the
Okay.
door.
Alright, and one of the riflemen comes in. All clear?
All clear. Come on through. Quickly. Quickly.
Alright, he starts moving.
Is this with advantage, good sir?
Yeah, it would be. It certainly would be.
I'm gonna wait for the Oh. Is there any... Oof.
20, that's a hit. That's a hit. Roll damage. And Strom, at this point, one of the riflemen is coming out of the doorway as well, towards you.
Yeah.
Another one is going out on the opposite side of the street. 21!
Oh my god.
Yeah, taking your blade in both hands, you baseball swing him, hitting him in dead center in the chest, and the blade punches through his sternum, burying into his lungs, and he immediately coughs blood as it pours in a sheet down his mouth and chin, and he drops to his knees. Not quite dead. He has 5 fucking hit points left.
Okay,
As he
I'll
drops
take mine.
down, wheezing and bloody. What the fuck?
Are you
Strom,
frightened?
go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, sorry.
Do I use one attack here, or can I just unload on this fucker?
These would be held actions because you guys are getting ready for something to happen, so just one attack as this. But it is sneak attack, and go ahead and roll again because you would have advantage in case you crit.
Okay.
But a 17, yeah, as this guy comes through, no crit, but that's still good damage. As this guy comes through the doorway and he's just running through with his pistol in hand and he doesn't see it coming, as you swing around, pivoting on your heel, and stab him dead center through the chest, up to the fucking hilt. The blade bursting out the back of his spine. 19 on the firebolt hits and finishes off that rifleman, blasting his fucking head right off his shoulders.
As this
And-
happens, as Zale kills the man, I want to grab the handle of the door, pull out a
Mhm.
bead from the dust of dryness, chuck it inside, and close the door.
Okay. That's how much water is that? A 15-foot
15
cube?
foot cube, yeah.
15-foot cube. Okay, so immediately a tide of water just rushes out in this closed space, and I'm gonna have strength saves for both the riflemen. They're not very good at that. Let's say a DC 15 on this. Nope. And nope. Both of them are pushed back quite a ways by the force as the water just rushes at them, and they're just dazed and confused. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Are there windows at the back here, or no?
Not on the first floor, only on the second.
I take it 17 wasn't enough to run that guy through in one fucking... fell swoop.
Unfortunately not. Doing quite a bit of harm to him, but he's still intact. Turn Trekker. Okie dokie,
Oh,
artichoke.
yes, good initiative, lads.
Oh shit.
Finally. Fucking hell. Achoo!
Bless you.
Goddamn. Fuck you. No, thank you. It was reflexive. Like you said a nice thing.
John,
And then
why did yours
stressed you out.
change from a 17 to a 9?
Hmm?
Oh, you rolled again. Right, I see.
What was your initiative, Strom? Oh, it is a 9. I
It's
didn't
a
see.
9.
It might have been
Yeah.
from the old initiative order.
Okie doke. First one up is one of these guards. This one around here. He hears the whistle and the sound of combat. His first action is to just pound on the door, this big, like, warehouse-style door, just really loud, and shout, "Go time, boys!" And he's going to use his movement to run. That's a free item interaction, so he can still dash. 30, and then action dash, 30 more. Next up is Akron. This man has just been killed by you.
Oh no. Anyway, ooh, I would remember this guy, wouldn't I?
That guard?
Yeah.
How do you mean remembered?
Like, remember he's just there.
Yeah, you would have remembered he's there, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hmm. Okay, that is.
Yeah,
Alright, so
from
what
that
I'm gonna-
angle, yeah, you can't see him.
No. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up my.
Oh, your cannon.
Hold on. Just thinking which one would be funnier.
The flamethrower.
And I don't know if I can commit more war crimes though. That. Okay, no. So I'm gonna set up the Eldritch Cannon, the long range one, just over here.
Okie dokie.
So that's my action to set that up, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to command it to hold a shot. When anything gets in range, it's going to shoot.
That's your force ballista, right?
That is the Force Ballista. Blow your jobs.
Okay. Yeah, can't quite.
No,
Well,
no,
it might
one,
be able to.
one of it, like there.
Oh, right
there.
there. Okay, gotcha,
So
gotcha.
This specific one is gonna have legs, and it's gonna have like a riot shield type thing to give like half cover. If that's
Okay.
allowed.
Do they have like natural, like do they have a movement speed naturally? These
Yeah,
things?
they've got 15. They've got like 15 feet.
Oh, 15 feet. Yeah, he's
which
got
they can
legs.
just do-
Yeah,
they
okay.
just do- So it takes my bonus action to command it to fire, and during that, it can just walk 15 feet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. And I would say half cover is more than fine.
Perfect.
As you set up this cannon on the ground, and it folds and folds and unfolds and is ready to go. End of your
It's
turn?
holding its action. It's holding its action to shoot something when it comes around the corner. That's my turn.
Sounds great. Morish.
Gonna open the door as a free
Mhm.
action. I'm guessing water
Yep.
comes flying out, but
Well, at this point, the tide would have dissipated, so there's a little, like, puddle that streams out, but it's
Okay.
nothing too major.
I'll step in.
The main force of it has already been employed.
5, 10, 15,
You fucking traitor!
sorry, 20, 25 feet. That's me. I'm gonna drop my disguised self. You got duped, boys, and then I'm gonna hit the one to the south, try and swing at the one to the south of me.
Okie dokie,
26 to
artichoke.
hit, and he's
That
getting
hits.
divine smited with this.
Of course.
So 12 points of damage base. And then
12 hits?
and then another 15 points on top.
God damn. For a total of
27.
27. Yeah, that kills him, man. Yeah, moving in quickly, smoothly as can be, stepping up beside this man, and you slash him across the chest and open a wound and drive the rapier back through, and the blade pulses with that same white-red light, infernal energy pulsing through your blade as his chest just explodes in a fan of gore out behind him.
Swing round to the other one. And
Go for it.
Storm Shard. And as I swing down, I told you you couldn't take us. That is a
Just
critical
terror.
hit.
That is correct, because, yeah, that is correct.
So that's
Your hand-
17 top, like 30 points of damage total.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So,
Please calm
from
down.
the crit, you get an +8 because that's the max roll, right, on your rapier?
So I do. Oh, sorry, it is +8, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. So 21 points of damage.
21, still
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
damn good. Not enough to kill him, but stabbing him with your hand that does not shake, you find that perfect sweet spot and pierce him through the fucking lung and rip the blade out and stab him through the other lung. Quick as can be, 2 quick jabs, and he immediately starts to cough and choke, but he's still hanging in.
That's. Have I got anything I can bonus?
Quickly push him with V.
Push him with me. Yeah.
No verticality, unfortunately.
No, I'm good. That's my turn.
Alright, Mishing Fingers, it is your go.
My little short legs are not doing any favors here.
Yeah, gnomes are kind of unfortunate for that.
You can.
Uh,
Oh, no, you can't. Can
that will be me.
Don't want to dash or anything?
If I dash somewhere, then I can't do anything, and I'll put myself in trouble, so no.
What if you
Okay,
hold
fair
an
enough.
action?
Hmm?
What if you hold an action?
But I'd have to use the action to dash.
No, you can hold
but
an
you-
action to like wait for an attack for when you see someone, or when someone steps within 5 feet.
Yeah,
of
well,
you.
that's
If-
if he's got an action left.
He
If he
does.
uses action to dash, he
I'm
won't
not
be able to
saying.
use
I'm saying
action.
hit
no,
where he's currently
From
stood.
where he is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do it
Yeah,
from
so-
where he is now. But
Don't dash. Like hold a ranged attack or something.
Sure. No one's gonna get past Strom. Those other guards are
Well, they
too
might
far away.
step through. You never know.
I believe in Strom.
Okie doke. Fair enough. Alright. End of your turn.
Yes.
Coming to this guard down here, he is likewise going to pound on the door and shout to rouse the attention of everyone within. And he is going to start moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get there. No, 50, 20, 25, 30. Coming around the corner here, peeking around. And as he is peeking around, the ballista can get a shot off with half cover.
With half cover already.
For some reason, it's showing the guard there for me.
Yeah,
Is it?
Hmm.
Uh,
There it is.
okay, cool. It does that from time to time, and I don't know why.
Okay, we're gonna continue with ballista not hitting shit. Okay.
That's really unfortunate. The machine blasts out a solid wave of force, and it just slams into the corner of the wall and blows out like a chunk of stone beside this guy's head, and he ducks back. Holy fuck! Okay. He is going to.
You don't want to come around here. I got
Yeah, you're right. I don't. But I got
like
buddies
20
who do.
I got like 20,000 forces of magic ballista with your name on it, buddy.
He is going to pull out his flintlock pistol and take a shot. Quickly ducking back around the corner, he's going to go for the first one he sees. Both of you would get half cover, so he's actually just going to shoot at the ballista itself.
The ballista. Let me get the AC up quickly. So that ballista has an AC of what? Where is it?
Probably higher than 12, if I had to guess. but
Much
let's
higher.
see.
Yeah, it is higher than 12.
Okay. Oh, it has an AC of 18. I wrote it on the token.
Oh, you did. Thank you. 18. Yes.
No worries. Yeah, he fires and it just pings off of the construct, completely useless. Ah, shit! I can't do anything. Fuck.
The
Fuck.
construct
Fuck.
laughs at it. Ha ha ha.
You're a rude piece of shit. Okay. Next up is this rifleman who has just been stabbed through both lungs. He is bleeding. He is coughing blood. He is going to bring up his pistol and take a shot with disadvantage at you, Moorish. Probably not going to do anything, but
Miss
yeah.
Can I just interject and say, with the water, would his powder still be any good?
Actually, that's a good point. Let's roll a d20. He wants a high number. High number and his pistol is fine. Low number.
Fuck
Oh yeah, his pistol's fine. He
Oh.
managed to raise his hand up above the tide and keep the powder from being soiled. But that was a really good shout.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He goes to fire with his completely pristine pistol that he worked so hard to keep dry, and you just push the barrel of the pistol aside and it goes off, and the sound is deafening in this closed space, but no impact. Fuck! He is just choking. He's gonna try to run. Go ahead and make an attack.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. The stairs would be another 10 feet to get up.
15.
You end up right here on the second floor. Just hits, and he's
Oh.
dead. I'm not even gonna bother.
Oh, no, how
he has
dare you? Let me roll my damage.
Okay, fine. Roll your fucking
13
damage.
points
Yeah.
of damage.
Yeah, he tries to run, and you stab him in the thigh, and he drops to the ground screaming. But as he screams, the blood that's pouring into his lungs fills his throat, and he chokes to death.
Lovely.
All right. Next up is Rifleman 6, who is on the other side of the street. He's seeing this all go down. He's emerged from another doorway on the other side. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and lean around the corner and take a shot at you, Strom, with his rifle. 19!
What was
That
that?
hit?
15? No.
Okay. 19, buddy. 19.
19.
Nice
Oh,
try.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you said 15.
Oh, it's all good. You take 14 points of piercing damage, and you are staggered as a shot comes out and slams into your rib cage and pierces into you. And most of it, it doesn't go through you. It is stopped by your breastplate, but the sheer force of the impact batters your organs, and you are dazed for a moment, staggering on your feet. You lose 10 feet of movement speed. Your AC is reduced by 2, and you cannot take bonus actions or reactions until the end of your next turn.
Did you say 14 points or 15? Sorry.
14 points of piercing damage. All right, Mr. Zale, it is your go.
I will move to this door. Is this door open?
It is.
And I am going to make a Great Weapon Master attack at this poor rifleman.
He's
He says
extremely
if
poor.
As he rolls in that 1. Oh, I actually fucking did as well.
You actually fucking did. Nice. Yeah, you go to swing, and the great sword gets caught, slams into the doorway, and just shatters wood, spraying down in a rain of splinters.
Take 2.
The-
Motherfucker.
With a -5, yeah, you go for another haymaker swing, and this time you cut right through the doorway and still go for him, but the velocity of the strike slows down just enough, and the rifleman ducks under it. You can't get shit, man. Fuck you.
I spit at him and then my turn.
Yes, antagonize the
Oh, that's
space marine.
gross.
That is a good idea.
Wait till I get
Strom,
my
it's your
next
go.
upgrade from Iliastra and it's a chain sword.
I'm gonna ask for a fucking another god sword that has rotating chains. What are you gonna do about that?
Yeah, that's the next upgrade in the tree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A
Then you're just gonna give me a
Space
fucking
Marine
bolter gun?
chainsword.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, God, I know this hasn't been invented. Could I get an automatic explosive round gun?
Zale deserves a heavy bolter.
Ask Antoinette. Okay, Strom, discard is your turn.
I'm gonna duck under Zale and move in and close with the Rifleman 4 and go in low and take a swing at the guy's femoral artery.
Fuck yeah, go for it, bud.
Fucking hell.
What is going on?
God.
This man is
This right-
invincible.
he ducks back from the swing, just doesn't even come close to his leg. Fuck you guys, you ain't got shit on me. I'm gonna kill all y'all.
Alright, I'll take the second swing because I get 2 swings without the bonus action, right?
You sure do.
I'll do it.
Hey,
That certainly will. Roll
I'm gonna
damage.
kill all of
them. Offensive respect and a 1 and a 20.
Don't even guard himself.
Yeah, and we add to that because it's a crit. You add another 12 and another 6 on this, so another 18, so 32 damage. He is opening his mouth to shout out this gloating glee. I'm gonna kill all y'all, and you shove the blade in through his mouth and out the back of his head. And with a simple wrench, you cut off the entire top half of his skull,
And
leaving nothing but the lower half of his jaw.
Close to here, I think.
Okie dokie. This other man has seen this display of violence, and he looks terrified. You want to use your bonus on? Oh, you can't use a bonus. That's
can't.
right, because you're staggered. All right. End of your turn. Another guard down here. He hasn't seen any of the absolute chaos that's going on. He's just gonna follow. He's gonna go the other way. 25, 30, action to dash up to 60 feet, and that's his go. Rifleman 2 is dead. Rifleman 5 is still alive. Rifleman 4 is dead. Rifleman 5, seeing that you're in his face, he is going to... shit. You have your reaction back because the stagger is already over. It's still his best shot. He's going to take a point-blank shot at you with disadvantage. That's a miss. The shot goes off. You push it aside with your blade. Fuck. He's gonna try to run. Go ahead and you get an attack of opportunity if you would like. 28, that hits. 23, no, just 12 points of damage. No sneak attack on this, unfortunately. But still 12 points of damage, slicing across his lower back as he turns to run and the blood spills out. Spraying, he's going toward a doorway which is on this side. Let me put it right here. And that is the end of his turn because he used his action to attack. He should have dashed, the stupid idiot.
Yeah, very
Okay. At the top of the round, before we get to anything, these doors down here open up, and emerging, you see a carriage with a fucking ballista on the top of it. Once again, I don't have a horse token, so I'm just gonna use a saber-toothed tiger.
Because you don't have a horse, but you have a saber-toothed tiger.
I have my priorities straight, okay?
That's amazing.
This is Verb's fantasy setting. Fuck you. This is a horse.
Yeah, I know, Dave. So injustice.
Yeah.
What big teeth you have.
Coming out from this doorway here, what looks like a quite powerful mage, with, well, not quite a mage, he's wearing armor with a blade in hand, but as he's moving in, he's running his left hand over the blade, and a coat of shimmering purple energy runs over it. Behind him, another magical fighter, just like that. Accompanying the carriage, which is emerging from here, is a couple of mercenaries.
Are they all on the carriage?
No, they're just, well, actually, yeah, why not? These both would be on the carriage. One as a sort of like lookout and shotgun guard, the other operating it.
Where's the carriage token?
I don't, fuck you.
The ballista is the
Burn 'em out.
carriage.
Yeah, the ballista is the carriage, yeah.
Fucking 9 tokens for a full carriage.
For one enemy.
My immersion!
Yeah.
If they can do it, he can do it too.
Yeah.
Alright. A couple of core crossbowmen coming in. They're just getting ready to move. And one of them has a dog. It was bring your pet to work day. Alright, let's roll initiative for these motherfuckers. The tiger and the ballista will operate on the same initiative. 9. Oh, they rolled the same initiative. Cool.
It's not a tiger, Verb, it's a horse. I just like to point out.
That's right. That's right. You're correct. I forgot.
It's a very regal horse.
It's a horse with very big teeth.
Regal. British
Okay.
horse.
And... Okie dokie, artichoke. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Coming back to the top of the round, the dog goes first. Wow, very ambitious dog. It's gonna run the other way, toward the other door. It has a 45-foot movement speed. It's gonna action to dash. It's just a dog. Doesn't have advanced grip of grasp strategy. End of its turn. The Spell Knight comes up next. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He sees this guy taking cover. He sees this last exchange as the guard shoots a pistol at something. He's going to dash, but he's not going to get into range. He's going to stand and take cover as well, posting up aside. This guard down here has to keep on running. 60 feet. Crossbowman 3. I'm going to give the crossbowmen all the same initiative, because why not? It makes things faster. Where's the other one? There you are. Alright, they're all just gonna run, following after their dog. Cool. That is the end of their turn. Morish, it's your go.
Is it? I thought Akron
You just
go.
skipped
No,
me.
yeah, you just...
Oh, Akron, it's your go.
Akron,
You guys
yeah.
share the initiative, same initiative, so...
No, I'm
Akron,
on 16.
or
He's
Morish.
on 7. Oh, yeah.
You're on
Mother.
16.
Yeah.
Oh, that's correct. Wow, I'm stupid.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but...
Fuck you. Akron.
Okay, let me just read something quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're probably just gonna do the old classic.
Sounds good.
What's the... How did I get the circle radius thing again? I pushed the
Measure,
ruler,
and then you should
yeah.
see... Yeah, the ruler, and then you'll see it.
Shape.
line circle. Ah, there we go.
I'm gonna
Okay,
move
so
age
yeah.
too. Why not? It is
I can get a nice chunk of it. Okay, so I'm gonna step 5, 10,
Mm-hmm.
and originating from this square. No,
God damn.
this square,
Fireball?
I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Fuck you.
I need all of them to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Can you do that one more time for me?
Yeah, let me do that again, because I've... Nope, not that one.
That
That.
one. Yeah.
That one.
Okay. Okay, cool. The building will stop a lot of that, so the crossmen won't be affected.
It goes round corners,
crossmen-
fireball.
Yeah, a fireball ignores.
You did that to
cover.
us in the fight against Darko. Don't you dare.
Yes, you did.
Okay, fine. That's true.
We know what your fireballs do, Verb. Ours do the same.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
In fact, let's...
What's your spell save
Is there a
DC?
mage in the building?
There is a
I'm gonna
mage
do
in the
that way.
building, yeah.
We're gonna do it like that then.
Okay,
It's a
so
It's a DC
It's-
of...
it is.
It's a DC of 19.
okay, the Spell Knight, the Hound, the Night Stalker, all the Crosswomen, and the Mage. DC of 19?
19.
Fuck! Roll damage.
Okay. Do that.
We're gonna hope that my macro actually works. That was a big fucking roll. I don't think it will, but we'll see. Oh, it did! Wonders never cease. Oh yeah,
Oh.
okay. Wonderful.
The Night Stalker succeeds. That's it.
Yeah, but a lot of people die. As
Oh,
you
no, anyway.
cast this fireball, and it detonates in the center of this street, and the wall of flames rushes up and washes up against the walls of this warehouse, which are mostly stone, but you see some wooden supports here and there, and the wood, the roof is wood. This fire begins to catch. Great job.
Thank you. And then, as a free action, I'm gonna yell to God again. I told you not to come around this corner! Fuck off!
That didn't get me! I'm fine!
Okay, and the ballista's gonna go 5, 10, 15 and shoot the God.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
The Night Stalker still takes half damage, right?
Actually, he has evasion, so he takes no damage.
Okay.
Does a 29 hit the God?
The 29 does hit the guard, yes.
Okay, so he takes... What is it? It's like 3d6 plus 5.
3d6. Wow, nice.
Sorry,
Go for it.
3d8 plus 5, my bad.
What the fuck?
Good fucking Christ.
1,
God damn. Fuck.
2...
Hang on. Can you alt click the token?
Alt click it.
Yeah, alt click it.
Yeah, and?
Does it bring up its character sheet?
Alt left click, no.
Oh, left. It doesn't. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, it does now. Yep, there we go. I had to close
You
something.
see the force bolt?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead and click that.
Okay. Nothing's happening.
It should roll an attack. Oh, click the like the word
Oh, there we
force
go.
bolt.
There you go.
There you go. 14 to hit. No, but we're just ruling for the damage in this case, because you already rolled the attack. Okay, nice. 21 points of fuck you. Okay, as you blast this guy in the chest and crumple his breastplate into his lower, like his sternum and his organs, and it compresses all his inner meat, and he just curls in on himself. He's having a bad day.
I warned you! Fuck off! And
I
he gets,
guess-
pushed and he gets pushed 5 feet away as well, sorry. So he hits this
Uh,
guy.
Into the Spell Knight and bounces
Yeah.
off of him. He's like a wall of muscle. Back into his place. Morris, it's your go.
Is there another door in this? Like downstairs?
Yeah. Let me put one down for you. There would be one right here, about.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'm gonna run up to the door,
Okie doke.
peek through it. Is it
Sure.
open? Yeah.
Looking through, you see this guard here. He's running up.
Okay. Do I see the building on fire?
Yes. You see some wooden supports that have caught fire, and the walls themselves, the stone walls, are visibly blackened.
Fuck. Okay. I'm
See what I did
gonna.
next fireball.
It's quite nice.
Bonus action. I'm gonna bring up Hex
Mm-hmm.
for the first time in fucking ages.
You still have that?
Yeah. On the guard.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take 2 shots with order.
Go for it.
What are you asking for?
16?
16 just hits.
Ugh, big. And 24.
24 also hits.
So 2d4 plus 5. 2d4 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hex and Hex.
16
22,
God damn.
25 points of damage.
25. Yeah, no, 2 very sizable shots as you cast this hex over him. This this layer of blackness appears over the points where you're aiming, and you fire. And as the shots make impact and the wounds are opened up, his blood splashing in, this black corrosive liquid seeps into his wounds, and he doubles over at the force of the shots and staggers and looks. Oh, that hurt. He's having a bad day. They're all having bad days.
And then I'm going to move back 5, 10 feet, I think I've got left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Sure.
And end my turn.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
One sec verb. I forgot to add an extra d8 to that fireball damage. Because I shot it through my spell.
That only applies to one creature, but go ahead and roll it and tell me what you want to apply it to.
Did that come through? There. No, spell knight.
The Spell Knight. Okay, he takes an extra 8 points of fire damage. Sexy. Okay, Morris ends his turn. The mage is dead. A shame. I love playing with spells. Mish, it's your turn.
Okay. If I go here, can I see the guard? Guard 1 or guard?
Yeah, you could attack him around the corner, sure.
No, I didn't want. We'll see. Right.
Yeah, you could still see him as well, peeking your head around.
Okay. Can I grab him? Tell him how much he reminds me of Disguised, and then need to tell him Disguised life story.
You only have 6 seconds to tell them. Tell me, how do you? What are the cliff notes of this? What's this? You have 6 seconds to talk. What are you talking about in these 6 seconds as you hold this guard? And speaking of which, make an athletics check as you try to grab him in the first place.
Okay.
Oh, these guys don't have athletics proficiency? What the fuck? Okay.
Yes, he's
It
getting
has an
grabbed or
8.
something.
15?
15? Yeah, you got him. You grab him, pulling him by the waist and pulling him close, and you tell him, "You remind me so much of my friend Disguised." And what do you say after that?
He was the best of gnomes, the greatest of gnomes. And I put the hat in his head.
This guard looks very confused. He's just been shot in the chest. He's having trouble breathing because his lungs are compressed by the smashed ruin of his own armor.
You've even got his wheeze.
What?
Do you want to be my new friend?
Will you let me live?
Oh, why not?
From behind, as the Spell Knight watches this exchange, he sort of grits his teeth. Fucking coward. I'll be your friend, just don't kill me. The guard wheezes.
I won't kill you, Dish.
My name's Michael.
It's Dish now.
It's getting real dark.
He's in a great deal of pain. He has been shot in the chest. He is struggling a great deal. He just nods. Anything to keep himself alive right now.
So is gnome gaslighter assassin in the new book, or did I miss something?
Shit, it's Dish now.
And all right, that was your action, Mr. Mishing Fingers. But you have put the gnome hat on this man's head.
Yes.
And it comes to his turn, and he looks back at the Spell Knight. He's like, "I got no choice, man. He's fucking crazy." And he's just going to drop his gun and curl in on himself and struggle to try and breathe and not die. That is his turn. Okay. Rifleman 3 is dead. Wonderful. Rifleman 6 is still alive. He has expended his rifle. He sees the hulking form of Yuzel. Okay. I don't know if I can kill you with just one shot, but I'm gonna try. That's a 20 to hit.
Shield.
Fuck you! You won't let me have anything, you motherfucker.
He's like
He goes to
every
aim.
fucking rookie character.
And he's finding that perfect seam in between your armor where the plates interlocking, but there's one seam, one gap that he can get a shot through, and he pulls the trigger and the shot flies. It's the most beautiful shot he's ever seen. With a lazy raise of your hand, you raise your gauntlet and a shield apparates and bounces right off. Fuck this! And he's gonna run. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because they don't have that much ammo. They only have 2 shots, and then they have to... And they have nothing. Sail, it's your go.
Is there a window here? Please say yes.
Not on the first floor, unfortunately.
Aww.
I know.
I wanted to like Raiden jump out of the window. Sword first. Hell no.
Like,
I'll
Above
give
him.
you a quick investigation check.
surely,
through the wall.
wait, surely the fireball's
Like
like
the
weakened that
Kool-Aid
wall.
man.
Spends
Make
the
an
next
investigation
2
check,
turns running
Zale.
upstairs to jump out
14.
of the first floor window.
No windows, but this wall here looks awfully cracked.
I give him
from
a
something.
spark of genius. It's now a 19.
A 19. This chunk of wall looks awfully cracked for some reason.
I'm gonna charge at the wall.
Make an athletics check.
Alrighty. Oh god, fucking damn it!
13, 13,
Spark
13.
of genius.
Can you
Oh, no,
do
I
that
can only do one.
twice?
No, I
Does it
can
take a
only do once.
reaction?
It's a reaction, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I got
Zale,
really excited.
like a bull ready to charge, you stamp your feet into the ground, you brace your shoulders, and you charge, running headfirst at the wall. And you suffer 2d6 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam into it and bounce right the fuck off.
God damn it!
Classic D move.
I'm,
That.
I'm sorry, man. I really wanted to see this happen. I was super chuffed. I was down for
You-
it.
Your head unfortunately makes contact with the stone first, even though you put your arms out forward, and you're dazed and seeing stars, and you bounce back and shake your head. That was just your
And-
movement, though.
Okay, and is Rifleman 5 on the same floor as me?
He is.
I'm like turning around, spinning, like holding my head, and then I just looking like, "You saw nothing!" And I'm gonna crescent slash at him.
I saw everything, you fool! That hits. Roll damage.
Oh man.
14. Oh fuck, that's exactly how many hit
I-
points as he has.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Strom
saw
hit him.
nothing, and he just evaporated.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I saw everything, and then he just sees a tide of white light coming down over him. And it hits him at the head first and burns out his eyes and carves him almost in half, like a deep valley going from his head all the way down to his lower hip. And he drops to the ground smoking and dead.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, Stromdust, it is your turn, my friend.
Well, shit.
Could be try the same thing. It'll work.
Zale's
can-
still against, so I just push against the back of Zale and see if we push him through.
You can bonus
Zale's
action.
in the wall.
You can bonus dash, can't you, Strong?
Yeah, I can, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna back out, I think, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. From there, would I be able to see, was it guard 12?
This guard here? Oh,
Yeah.
this guard. Yeah, you can see him.
So, Noodle, what did you hex this god for?
Because it lasts for an
No.
hour and I can keep
Yeah,
concentrating.
no. I mean, like, what have you given him? Hex
Oh,
for?
ability checks. It'd probably
Yeah.
be strength.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a shot at him, I think.
Go for it. That's a hit. And just as a reminder, we have to add +2 to every pistol attack we make because D&D Beyond is a bitch, so that would actually be a 22, but 20 hits just as good. 12 piercing. Yeah, he's dead. You fucking put a hole right between his eyes, and his head snaps back, and he's left staring at the sun for a moment, blood spilling down his face, and he dies.
Okay. that's it for me for now.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Next up is the carriage. This saber-toothed tiger, which is actually a horse, is going to move 40 feet. 1, 2, 3, 40.
This is a really interesting looking horse you have here, Verb.
It's going to change directions a little bit, and it's going to dash and move 40 feet. Sort of like this orientation. That's the horse's movement in action. The ballista sees nothing right now. And there's no point in firing it because it takes ages to reload. The dead shots see nothing as well. They're going to hold actions and get ready to shoot as soon as something pops its head up. Alright, next up is this guard who is right here. He's still running up. 30 feet. Yeah, okay. Dash. Another 30 feet. Great. Wonderful. Good for you, bud. Rifleman's dead. The Night Stalker. He's going to cast invisibility on himself. Disappear. Where is my invisibility token? I have so many fucking symbols. Sure, this ninja will do.
We'll take the ninja.
We'll take the ninja. Yep. Let's see. How much? Oh, he has 40 feet of movement speed. Very nice. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah. Okay, and that's his turn. Alright. Back to the top of the round. Akron, your passive perception is 21, correct?
It is 21, yeah.
Alright, you see nothing. Nothing at all. But let's see if you feel something. This is with advantage.
That misses.
It's a 16?
Oh, 16. 16. That does hit. However, that does hit me. However, I'm gonna cast shield.
You cannot cast a reaction against a thing you cannot see,
And I'm
unfortunately.
not. Okay,
Unfortunately. As diving out from the rooftop of this building and coming down like a fucking screaming demon drop from the heavens themselves, you feel a scoring gash slicing through the back of your chest, and then you make a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie.
That's a success. Nice. You feel the poison start to pulse into your veins and flood through you, and you feel your muscles lock, but you resist it, holding tight, and you are not affected by it. As Vistrogar is behind you now, and I will roll initiative for him to give.
Okay. He's just there now. I see.
Yes. Yeah. No, he did not go too far. He slashed you once. He's going to slash you again with his other scimitar, which has another poison on it. It's a 14 to hit, though, unfortunately. And that misses, gliding off your armor. He is going to use his bonus action and throw his dagger of transposition.
When he hit me with the 16, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke on him.
Again, cannot cast reactions on things that you can't see.
It's when I take damage.
It's when you take damage. Okay, sure, why not?
Cool. So can he make a? I think it's a Dex 19.
Dex 19. Okie doke. Oh, that's a natural 1.
So that is 3d10.
God damn. Go for it.
Damage.
16. Okay, cool. Immediately as that first slash carves
15.
into your
Sorry,
back.
15. It's charisma based for some reason.
15. Oh, okay. Well, this is still a natural 1. Oh, jeez. Yep. You, as immediately as you carve into him and your blood splashes out and sprays into his chest, the blood immediately turns and bursts into flames all over this man, and he shrugs back, this goblin.
Do I hear
He's going to use his bonus action. Yes, you would have heard the Hellish Rebuke. Yes. And as he shrugs back from this attack, he's going to draw his dagger, this long, smooth dagger with an elegant curve to it, sort of like a wavy, like those, you know, those flamberges, those like wavy greatswords. It's kind of like that, but in dagger shape. And he draws it and he throws it up, and he is going to aim it at the roof of this building here, and he teleports to it. Oh right, he had sneak attack as well, so you're going to take an extra 3d6 damage. 10. So take another 10 damage from that first
Okay,
hit.
so how much in total?
So you took 10 already, right?
So 20.
Yeah, 20 total. So 10 from the first hit and then 10 from sneak attack.
Cool.
All right. And that is the end of Vistrogar's surprise round. The Spell Knight is up next. Okie dokie, artichoke. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Looking at disgust with the guard, he thinks for a moment that he should strike this coward down, and then thinks better of it because he has shit to do. He steps out into the alleyway, and he's going to cast Burning Hands as a bonus action. And catch both Mission Fingers and Strom. I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Is this magic?
It is magic, but yeah, it is magic. So 8 points of fire damage to you, Strom, as you are immolated.
Oh no, never mind. I'm trying to work out if I have advantage in saving throws or not against this.
You should say underneath your saving throws, there'll be a little A.
I'm pretty
It
sure
doesn't, but there's
as a
plus-
gnome, it's advantage on Wisdom, Intelligence, and Charisma against magic. Yeah.
It is, but on the dex there's like a little plus beside the 4. Not a +4, but a green plus.
I see that. I think that denotes advantage, but it doesn't tell me what you get it from. Or is it a bonus?
So situational bonus.
Situational bonus. Plus
But
2
what-
when not incapacitated, you add your shield's AC bonus. So yeah, just roll it, and it's the +4 is with the +2 factored in. So as you
Right.
raise your shield up against this wave of fire that washes out toward you. You took Shield Master.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect 14.
Perfect 14. Unfortunately, that is not a success, as you take 8 points of fire damage. And that was his bonus action, because he is a Spell Knight and can do that. He is going to use his action and make... Let's see. He'll take 2 Greatsword attacks. Yeah, why not? No, actually, he's going to make 1 Greatsword attack and 1 Shocking Grasp attack. So, the Greatsword is a 16 to hit. Does that hit you? Mish?
Sorry, what? 16?
Yeah.
16 does not hit.
Okay, but I believe a 27 does, yeah? As you take...
Yeah, 27 hits.
Alright, he slashes you across the your armor with the greatsword, but it just bounces off the chains. But he reaches forward and plants his hands on your chainmail and electrocutes you for 13 points of lightning damage. You cannot take reactions, and he's going to step back 5, 10 feet there and end his turn.
17, did you say? Damage?
13 points of lightning damage. 13. Alright, that is the Spell Knight's turn. The guard is dead. He is removed from the initiative. Vistrogar is up next. That stupid fucking tiefling. He is going to use his bonus action to coat a poison onto his hand crossbow and take a shot at you, Akron.
Yep.
Ah, you motherfucker! Wow, their luck is just terrible. His luck is just terrible. Okay. The arrow bounces off your armor, deflecting and slamming into the cobbles at your feet. A splash of this light grayish liquid splattering across the cobbles. Alright. Another time then. And from his back, he pulls out actually familiar to none of you because none of you have seen this, but he pulls out a broom, sort of sheathed over his back like a sword, and mounts it and flies 50 feet away.
In which direction?
And effectively, and sort of in that direction.
Because I would like to have... How tall are these buildings, by the way? Just
These buildings are probably, they're 2 stories tall, and they're pretty narrow, so they're probably about, from the ground, like from the cobblestones to the roof, probably about 40 feet.
No worries. Just he's
And
not
Bish
out
is
of,
gonna
he's not out of
fly
the woods just he's not out of the woods just yet. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna put him for here for now, but he's 50 feet away.
Okay.
50 feet in the air, 40 feet up. 40 feet up, 50 feet away, 40 feet in the air. Yeah, okay. Okie dokie. Okay, who is up next? Who is up next? That would be Akron.
Okay. Do I have vision of that guy, Vish?
So you're sort of in an alleyway, so it's a little hard to see at upward angles. I would say you do see him, but he is half cover from the angle that you're looking at because he's running off.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
Go for it.
So. Okay, so that's 3 rays. So I just roll each ray individually, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the first ray is a 27.
27, that hits.
The second ray is a 16.
Misses.
And the last ray is a 29.
Hits.
Okay, so that is 4d6 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That one. And then that one. And then an extra d8 from the staff.
Nice. Raising up your staff and firing out 3 rays of flame. 13, 15 damage total. And you slam into him with 2 of them, one of them firing off, and he shifts in the air, but still holding on.
Is his broom on fire now?
No, it is a magical object. It can't be set on fire
damn.
like that.
Okay,
Would be nice
no
though,
worries.
huh? Okay. I've noticed we're running slightly into overtime. You guys cool with us finishing out this round and then we close it there?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, nice. The crossmen are dead, so they're removed from the
and-
initiative.
My bonus action, I'm just gonna get the Force Ballista to fire at Spell Knight number 1.
Okay, you're ignoring the guard?
Yeah, he's on his knees.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
got a fate worse than death.
Oh, jeez. Make an attack. 14, wow, still no luck with that fucking thing. Yeah, no, that misses. The Spell Knight just ducks it aside.
It's then gonna climb 15 feet up the wall.
Does it have a climb speed?
Yes, it does. 15 feet.
It does. Okay, cool.
Of course
Nice.
it does.
Of course it does. What do you mean does
Nice.
it?
Missing fingers. It is, no, and sorry, Morris, it's your turn. I don't know why I almost skipped you, Morris.
How close is the upstairs to me?
They're like right there. So you'd be, from where you are, it'd be 15 feet to get there, then 10 feet to get up them, and then you'd be on the second floor.
And when I'm up there, would I be able to see this down the street?
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to get to a window.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run upstairs. So,
Okay.
what, 15? Yeah. Maybe
Yeah, we'll
not
put you
so-
right there, and then
maybe
you're looking
back.
out a window.
Maybe back a bit, so I'm not so visible.
Uh,
Or would I
Okay,
not be able
so-
to see?
From that angle, honestly, you would have to get right up into
Okay.
against the window to be able to
That's-
see at that particular angle, looking down from that distance.
Absolutely fine. The moment I see them, I'm gonna bring out my sword, swipe in the air, and I'm gonna cast Hunger of Hadar as I rip open a fabric in reality over the ballista.
Nice, good shit. Okay, okie dokie, artichoke.
Like, maybe a bit further forward. So there.
Let's see. Okay, let me get a 20-foot radius down, like that roughly. Yeah, more or less. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Done and done. This
Yeah.
sphere of blackness just fucking swallows them. That's not great.
Nope. No, it's not. Can I see any of the outside people?
From your window, yeah, I guess you could like lean out of the window and like sort of poke your upper body out to get a view of them.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to use bonus action to reapply the Hex to Spell Knight 1
Okie doke,
for Strength.
you got it.
And that's my turn.
Alright, Missing Fingers, you have just christened this man your new dish.
I will move.
Oh wait, no, my Hex drops. Sorry, my Hex drops because of
Oh,
Hunger of
'cause,
Hadar.
yep,
Yeah.
concentration,
I was
yep,
like, why did I
no
have
worries.
concentration on before? What's going on?
I will move here to engage the Spell Knight and say, "Don't worry, I will protect you, Dish." And I will. What is? I'll attack him, and then I'll do the extra attack.
Okay.
And then I would do the fighter thing. Because that gives me 3 attacks, doesn't it?
So you have, as a level 5 fighter, you have 1 attack, 2 attacks normally, and then
Maneuvered.
maneuvers don't give you an extra attack, but they let you like augment your attacks. So you've got
Right.
like, I don't know what specific maneuvers you have, but you can do stuff like trip attack or
Disarming, menacing.
push, things like that.
I have disarmament attack, so I will do that.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Also, I think you're due a level up, Mish. You're still level 8, aren't you?
Yeah, why? What are we?
We're level
9?
9,
We're
yeah.
in level 9, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, we're
oh.
level 9.
So your hits
So-
should be getting an extra +1 on them because of the proficiency increase.
Yeah, and I should have passed all those skill checks earlier too.
Uh-huh.
For
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
No, shut up.
Make
you
your
should
attack.
pass all
Make
those
your attack,
skill checks.
motherfucker.
miss.
Miss? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that is unfortunately miss as you slash out at him, glides off his armor. Feeble little gnome. Can't do anything right, can you? You're gonna die here.
Hits.
Ooh, nice. Yes, just hits.
I just stabbed you.
Ow!
Why is this like mercenary salad fingers?
He really fucking is. I love it. 7 points of
I-
piercing damage.
Plus the disarmament attacky thing.
Okay, so roll your superiority dice, which I think is a D8, and
Yeah, it's
then
not D8.
what
Yeah,
saving throw is that?
Should be strength,
Uh,
right?
It says 5d8, which I assume should be
No, it's
1d8.
what? Yeah, you do one.
Roll,
per.
yeah,
So
just
you
1d8.
You have a pool of 5 d8s. You add an extra 1 d8 as damage on those special attacks, and then you use it. It's like a spell slot, basically.
Okay, so another 2 points of damage, and let
it
me know what
disarmed?
strength. What saving throw does he have to make to avoid being disarmed? Should tell you on your sheet.
15.
15.
It'll be
Strength.
16.
Strength.
It'll be
Strength.
16 with the extra proficiency.
Okay, well, strength
so-
16.
Strength 16. All right. That is a
Oh!
failure. As you slash him across the wrist, and he drops his greatsword. Ah,
Did you drop something?
fuck you! Anything else for your turn, Mr. Mishing Fingers?
No. Is he dead yet?
No, he's still standing. He's looking pretty badly hurt, though.
Like that Elton John song.
All right. End of your go.
End of my go.
Next up is the guard, who is looking confused at this whole exchange and everything that's going on. He's gonna stagger away from all this chaos. The Spell Knight does not take an attack. He looks and sees you, Strom. You're a very imposing figure. He doesn't want to mess with that shit. He's just gonna keep moving in this direction. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 30 there. Gonna use his bonus action to dash, and he's just running the fuck away. He's trying to get the hell out of this situation. Alright. End of his turn. Rifleman 6 is... Thing is, he can't do much without his guns, and I didn't give these guys lightning hands because I'm a fool. Okay. Yeah, he's not gonna run in and just stab in with a dagger. That'd be fucking stupid. No, he's gonna keep running. He's gonna keep running. Actually, he's gonna go here and he's gonna try to put the fire out. There we go. That's his action.
Fair.
Okay. Zale, it's your turn. You've just bounced off this wall and killed a man.
Perfect.
Fucking sentence.
It's the most Sale thing I've ever heard. Other than I set a guy on fire.
Hey, you guys
I
see
didn't
yeah.
that,
say that. I did that.
Have you seen
That's
that video
true.
of like Captain America running through the doors and just fucking slams into a wall and keeps going?
Yeah.
That's Sale.
My turn, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna call it through the wall, hopefully this time.
Okay. Make another athletics check.
Big money, big money, big money. There we go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, bursting through that fucking wall like the fucking Kool-Aid man, arms braced out in front of you. You smash through that crack, and you stand there, stones spraying out.
And just sword in hand, I just turn to the spell and I'm like, hello there. And I'm just gonna take it and just slash him twice.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, that hits.
Second attack just in case. Oh, fuck you.
And that's okay. Maybe we'll see.
One hat, one hit, one hat.
One
And-
and you four.
Jesus Christ.
And I will do a
Motherfucker.
level 2 smite.
He's already dead.
Oh, never mind.
You smash through the wall, shoulder fucking checking that thing, spraying out with your great sword in hand, and you carve him open, laying into his plate mail and slash him right the fuck through the middle, ignoring it altogether, and you open him wide and his blood sprays out all over you. He looks down at the wound, looks at missing fingers, sways on his feet and dies.
Yes, and I will 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move to there. And
Okie
then my
dokie.
turn.
Nice. Start of the turn, roll 2d6 for me, Mr. Morris, as they begin in the Hunger of Hadar.
Where did this go?
9.
No, he's running away, he's right there.
Alright, I'll stop him.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely jubbly. Okay, and they just take that, right? There's no,
Yeah,
like...
they just take those deck saves at the end.
Okay. Alright. In a sort of just suddenly swallowed by blackness, they're not feeling, this horse is not feeling too great. I'm gonna have him make a wisdom save to see if he's not panicking out of his fucking mind. He just needs above a 10. That's not above a 10. Okay, he's gonna run in a random direction. Alright, roll a d8. He runs 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Running mostly back the way they came. 5,
It's difficult terrain.
10. Yeah, right, so it'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet emerging there. He's dashing. 40 feet to get there. I'll bring the ballista, like, right there. And then he's just emerging from this thing, and the carriage is going to keep pushing. 10, 20, 30, right there. Ballista's right there. How high up does that sphere of darkness go?
20 foot.
20 foot. And you're up on the second story. So, I'm gonna make a perception check for both dead shots. Let's see if they see you. One sec. Okay. Okay, one of them sees you and points you out. Up there, there's the fucker! Alright, let's go. And he cranks the wheel on his ballista. And one bolt's gonna fly your way.
They action dash, didn't they?
The horse did.
Okay. It
That's
misses.
a 14 to hit. Yeah. Slams into the wall right beside you and smashes it apart, and you're pushed back by the force as stone smashes around you, but you're not damaged by the bolt itself, but your window is completely shattered, and another shot's going to come through from one of the dead shots, raising his rifle. 23. Finally.
Yeah, that hits.
That is a hit. Okay, you take 9 points of piercing damage. He is going to follow up with a pistol shot, I guess.
Miss.
17. Miss. Damn. Okay. Another shot coming out, and he winds off, ripping the air past your shoulder. And, okay, that's it for them. Strom, it's your go.
Alright.
bonus action dash all the way up to this guard
Okie doke.
and take 2 swipes.
Go for it.
Shit.
14 misses. 23 hits. No sneak attack on this, unfortunately, so 8 points damage, but still a good stab.
I think that's me done.
Okie doke. Could bonus action shoot him if you like, but that's up
Our
to
bonus
you.
action dashed.
Oh, that's true. My bad. Okay, next up is the Night Stalker, who is invisible.
You missed the guard. That he just stabbed.
Oh, the Night Stalker is higher dex, so he goes first. You can't see him in the initiative because he's on the wrong layer, but he's still there.
Doesn't the guard go after Strom?
So the Night Stalker and the guard have the same.
Oh, okay, never
So-
mind. I'm probably seeing
yeah.
the wrong thing then. It's fine.
Yeah. The Night Stalker and the guard are both on 8 initiative, so they both go after
Oh,
Strom.
I'm
The
definitely
Night Stalker has
seeing
higher
a
dex.
20 for me.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, are you looking at the Spell Knight?
Yeah, we're not.
The Night Stalker is a different guy. He's
Okay, I don't-
invisible, so you shouldn't be able to see him altogether. Okie dokie. And he's used one of his spell slots there. Yeah, okay. Darting around the corner, appearing is from thin air, Akron. You see the blade first, this shimmering purple energy coated around a rapier and swinging down upon you as an attack roll is made against you with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 22 to hit.
Yep,
Are
it
you
is.
kidding me? 6 points of psychic damage? Fuck you. That's some
Okay.
bullshit. Okay, his invisibility is broken. Goddamn, motherfucker. That's rude. That's rude as fuck. To be honest with you. So you take 6 points of psychic damage as you slash through. He's going to
Oh,
follow
no.
up with a second strike.
Okay.
No advantage on this. Straight roll. 16. Shield, fuck you. Okay, the second one comes through and you cast shield and it bounces off, the blade dissipating, the energy of the blade dissipating against the shell. He is going to use his bonus action to... Well, there's not really much... Well, he'll use his bonus action to disengage and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30, ending his turn there. And next up is the guard, who is going to be our last turn for the night. He's just been stabbed. He's not feeling very happy about that. He's going to make 2 longsword attacks against you, Mr. Strom.
Copy.
25 and 20! Hell yeah, finally some hits. Yeah, both hits. You take 17 points of slashing damage as you were carved twice. I don't know if we can win this one. And that is going to be the end of his turn. And that will also be the end of our session. And we will pick this up next week.
Hot damn.
Hope... Hopefully on a Saturday. My schedule is open for the time being, but we'll see how that lasts.
You fucking tease.
It's not my fault, motherfucker.
Yes, it is. It's all your fault.
Right, thank you for joining everyone. I'll catch you in a bit.